Welcome everybody. As you remember, we left off last time a number of revelations. You found a ancient abandoned Aesir base. Found the item you were sent for, the data stone, and you all ran into a very scary individual that did not give his name, but shared a stalker level knowledge and even possibly deeper knowledge than yourselves of your own backstory and who you are. Uh, Barely making it out after he raised some skeletons, a shade, and a ghoul to keep you company for a little bit. He made his exit. You guys hightailed it out of there in time before the entire base collapsed. Made your way up the stairs and into the cave where you'd recently run into the goblin captain and a few hobgoblins that were still now dead, previously in a strange sort of catatonic state. Exhausted, a little wrung out, you all took the night to rest and recuperate a little. Next morning, you awake to find, unfortunately, both your party members, Malmore and Adventure, stricken with high fevers and just not in very good shape. They do think they can walk, but once you guys are ready to go, they're gonna want to stay put and they want to get going and not really probably do too much talking. Hint, hint. All right, so you guys have all awoken the next morning.
All right. Can I take some time to identify some stuff?
Sure. You see Uzra break out his pack and start taking out some implements to start identifying some of the knickknacks of interest you guys found before you had to, unfortunately, bodily drag him out of there so that he wouldn't be buried alive while trying to find more cool stuff.
Alright, I guess a strange bolt of cloth.
Alright.
I'll start with.
While he's identifying that, because it takes... Go to bed, bud. Takes, I think, about 15-20 minutes. Do you guys want to discuss anything? Anything like that?
We should probably discuss what to do with this clockwork armor. Well, see, if we go back to town and tell people that this is here, what's the benefit to us?
There could be monetary benefits.
True. I mean, is this something that maybe they would seize and just take?
I think Gila should know at least. Just in case something more nefarious is happening here.
Ultimately, we need to find someone who can take them back to the hill. Because this stuff shouldn't be down here.
Well, here's where I'm coming from. Somebody bothered to transport this here and maybe coming back for it, right? So whoever was controlling these creatures knows this is here. So if we leave, it may get taken while we're gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my suggestion would be to bury it so that we would know where it is and no one else would. That way it stays safe and it stays where it is.
That makes sense. Yeah, we probably wouldn't be able to carry it back to town easily.
Well, it would certainly buy us some more time.
All right.
I feel as though anyone that would be able to transport clockwork armor would not be fooled by a simple burying.
I mean, we don't bury it right here. We move it somewhere outside that we can locate later.
Just keep in mind, these boxes are heavy.
Yeah.
Alex,
Open, right?
I was going to say, Uzra, you know from first-hand experience, the rest you've heard stories, clockwork armor usually ranges 15 to 20 feet tall minimum.
Ooh.
These
Are they put together on sheets?
no, these are some of the more intricate pieces, like the ones that are very closely guarded state secrets. This isn't. This is not your mom and pop. You go down to the store and pick up plutonium sort of deal here.
So they're not in pieces in the crates. We can't just open the crates, take a piece, bury it.
Oh yeah, you could do that. Definitely. I was just thinking if you wanted to take the whole crates, that are very heavy.
No.
Yeah, so we break them open.
Yeah. That's my suggestion.
And in this time, you've completed your identification ritual, Uzra. What you have, it's not. It doesn't feel 100% the same. It's a little different. But what's coming through is it's a large bolt of cloth that is almost exactly like a cloak of protection. You could call it a bolt of cloth of protection. Cloth of protection gives you +1 to AC and +1 to saving throws. Hold on a sec.
A bolt of cloth of protection.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that.
So it's not wearable as it is now?
As it is now, no. Just making a rough guess, since, I mean, it's not really your forte, but you're a little bit of jack of all trades with some things, you'd guess. Maybe enough cloth for, maybe 2 cloaks, or like, maybe something like a dress or a robe and a cloak, if you were able to get it to an appropriate person comfortable working with enchanted raw materials.
I'll relay this as I figure it out.
Blackfeather, you'd have that in your adventuring. You have what packs do you have? Do you have you have thieves?
I have an
kit?
explorer's pack.
Okay, you got a shovel. Yeah.
Got my shovel. Hey, Shyla.
Yeah.
I noticed back there in the fight that when you started getting all casty McCasty, this magical weird ass mask just kind of appeared on your face. What is the deal with that?
It's just there. Sometimes.
So that's a normal thing? Like it kind of like spooked the hell out of me when I saw that.
Sorry, it's normal.
That's a normal.
Weird line of question.
Is that like a family sort of, thing or
Just normal.
just okay? Got it. Intuition. Don't talk about that anymore. All right, so I'm gonna grab my shovel and I'm gonna start burying this thing.
All right.
Outside the cave. So I grab a piece, grab my shovel, and I start marching out the cave door.
Okay. As I said before, everything that you ran into before seems to be already dead on its own.
Alright. I'll follow him with another piece.
All right.
Suppose we make a pile outside while a couple people dig.
Yeah.
How many shovels we got?
Just the one?
Does anybody
Yeah,
else have an
a shovel.
explorer or an adventurer's pack?
I had a dungeoneering
I
pack.
haven't done the news pack.
You'll
If I
have
do, I'm
shovel.
not shoveling.
So I'm doing a lot of shoveling.
Well, no, I would say anybody adventuring, dungeoneering, explorers, you got a shovel. It may not be the best shovel, like a little spade, but you got it.
Okay.
All right. Well, if at
Well,
that.
yeah.
All right. You all head towards the mouth of the cave. Malmore and Adventure stagger behind. You let them set up on the inside the mouth of the cave. And as you're outside, it is still coming down. Like, the storm's lasted for a good day or two now. So, wow, that is loud.
It's really raining out here.
Yeah. Here, hold on.
It's not that loud for me.
No, I have mine turned down already too.
Oh, okay.
seems a relaxing rain.
Only to get the gear. and
For
turn
those
on.
of us drinking beer, this is problematic.
Hold on.
Shoveling in this rain is gonna suck.
This is gonna suck.
Yeah.
I vote-
So
I-
how many of you are shoveling?
I'm
I don't
shoveling.
believe this is going to be very effective with the rain.
Well, actually, the earth would be pretty soft, and if it wasn't raining, it'd probably take you a bit longer. It's just gonna be miserable work.
I mean, this shit's waterproof, right?
Oscar, you would know. Is the mud going to hurt these pieces at all?
What is that? A history check?
Or
what I just know.
You would know.
Okay.
No, these are well treated. They are meant for all weather. These are pretty generic pieces, and I mean the armor gets into some pretty nasty scenarios. I mean they're meant for military use, and alright, so if all of you are I mean, look, if you want to burn an inspiration on that Pourquoi, go ahead.
No, I didn't say that.
Well, no, I mean, if you want to give him inspiration, yeah, but
No,
yeah, okay,
I'm just playing.
Hi-ho.
yeah,
We shovel uninspired.
yeah.
And I suppose we dig.
All right, 1 hour passes, 2 hours pass, about 2.5. You guys get everything buried. You're a little tired, but I mean, it's still pretty early in the morning. I would say at this point it's around 10:30. So, work done. What do you guys do from here?
I'd like to try to find, I don't know, landmarks or anything that I could like mark in my notebook, any kind of way back, map kind of thing.
At this point, you guys know how to get here. If you want to sketch a quick map of where you buried the stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
if you
just
guys-
something that I could find it,
Yeah.
pace it out kind of thing.
Just remember to, like, if nothing else, Blackfeather did roll a 20 to get here, so he knows exactly how to get back.
Oh,
We first we need to get our two less than fortunate friends back to town.
Yeah, we should do that.
They both mumbled, we can make it.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
Convenient.
let's go back to town. Alright, so you guys start walking. Remember, it's a good, about, 2 hour and change walk, so you're looking to get there probably around lunchtime.
Yes.
Who's leading the group?
with the rest of our front line out of commission, I suppose I will.
Alright. Go ahead and make a perception check for me. First roll of the night. Alright.
Middle.
Hey, it's raining as you are walking along. You can see it starting to lighten up just a little bit. Like the cloud cover's not getting as thick, so actually slowly starts to barely drizzle. I mean, it's just misty now as you're walking along. Though you do notice, whoa, the animals in the forest have stopped making noise. Like, it's gotten a little quiet. And you're probably about 30-40 minutes from the town. And as you're getting closer to a large tree where the path bends, one way heads back to town, other goes deeper into the woods, you hear a strange ripping noise.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, a giant circular rift appears in the tree. And smoke is billowing out. All of a sudden, stumbling out, and the rift snaps closed with a loud snap, is Leoten. He's like, oh, that did not go as planned. Whoa! I was looking for you all. There you are. How did it go? Oh,
Oh, we're alive.
I'm glad, dear, but I'm seeing from a few faces that not well. And would you want to tell me about it on the way back to town? I can also. Doesn't look like those two are looking too well. So, come on, let's share. So you all start walking back to town, Leotin. He takes a look at Adventure and Malmore and just unfortunately lets them know you guys are just sick. I mean, some good bed rest, some chicken noodle soup, like healings for the when stuff, the life juice is leaking out. Like it's not you got a fever. In about the 40 minutes or so before you guys get back to town, I mean, Leotin says, hey, we'll head on over to the inn. I'll get you guys some food. We'll settle up. Is there anything you want to mention to him before that, or you want to wait till you all get in and dry and ready to sit down and talk for a bit?
I have your accursed data stone, old friend.
Well, thank you. I mean, well, you can give it to me when we get there. We'll settle up there. I mean, I'm glad you got there. I guess things did not go well. And he stops a second. And much faster than you'd think, he is up in your grill, Altgrand. Just staring right into your eyes.
Yes, Leotin.
Oh. Seems you found a friend. We can talk
You
about that
could
later.
call it that.
Oh, we'll talk about it later. Come on. And he
Do we want
goes
to
on.
talk about the armor? Or...
What? Armor? What? Oh, I mean, we can continue to stand out here in this, or we can talk when we get back. It's completely up to you.
Perhaps we should talk before we get to town.
All right. He kind of looks around, does the overly cheesy, licks his finger and sticks it in the air. Yeah. Takes you aside, and out of nowhere, he has found this grove of trees that, because of the overhang, is relatively dry and out of any sort of serious weather. And he's like, oh, all right. And he snaps both fingers, and a campfire appears. Well, all right, I guess warm up a bit. Now, what about armor?
So we found crates and crates of clockwork armor all the way down here, far from the mountain.
But no, that shouldn't be the case. I mean, the
Yep,
wizards.
we're liars.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's good to hear from you, Pourquoi. No, I mean, I'm not saying you're liars. I believe you found them. It's just normal that. I mean, this is one of the most closely guarded pieces of dwarven technology available. I mean, they
Oh, I'm
do-
aware.
Well, I know you're aware, Uzer. I would expect you to be a little more perturbed by this. It's just, I mean, this is something. Knowledge of how to even make a few of the minor gears is something that could set a person up for life in a small duchy, honestly. I mean, your people's entire import and export is based on leasing the suits out with qualified pilots to use them for industrial purposes and construction, and we're not even talking about the military suits, which they don't allow on this side of the waste.
Mm-hmm.
That is not good. What did you all do with it?
We buried them.
Well, okay. I mean, you just buried more money than I can honestly think of. But no, you did the best thing. That's not good. You guys know where it is if we need to find it again, right?
Yeah.
All right. We should speak to Garen about this when we get back. He can get us in touch with the right authorities so we can report it.
Lieutenant, enough of dwarven technology. You sent us into an Aesir.
Well, I said it was a dungeon. I didn't say what... It should have been simple. It should have just been go in, use the stone I gave you, and pick up what I needed and leave.
There were a few guards to worry about.
Well, I mean, I thought there would be one or two hobgoblins, and I mean, truthfully, none of the security measures should have been active. It's been a long time since that has been active.
A
It's
few
not been-
guards. Someone rose the dead.
Someone? Who did you all meet down there?
We didn't catch his name.
Well, okay. This ageless, faceless, genderless humanoid apparition, what did he look like?
I don't know, like void. Like he was. There was a lot of darkness, and he said a bunch of personal stuff to everyone. Then he just poofed and left, and summoned a bunch of dead things. With guns.
Yes, I
Bonus.
energy out of the eyes, sort of deal.
Yes.
Raging storm, kind of a creepy voice.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Just the one. A friend of yours?
No, someone I thought a player I thought I had taken off the board for some time.
What does that mean?
Well, what do you think it means? Do you think something like that is easy to kill?
No, why is he a player?
The player, a game, a power, one of the movers and shakers.
The chest?
Depending on your perspective, everything can be chess, a game. Unfortunately, he is a power, a mover, someone who changes the course of the world.
So how do you get a chess piece back on the board?
Well, I thought I'd maneuvered him to be off the board for a while. I don't know how he got back.
Leotin, I think this falls under hazard pay.
Fine. Yes, whatever.
I'm less worried about pay and more that he knows who we are.
Well, I know who you are. It's not like you are all insignificant. Why do you think I chose all
Think
of
for
you?
yourself.
I said not insignificant. You're just an ass. I'm sorry, Pourquoi.
Have a Snickers.
How do you know that joke?
The voices told me and I've told them.
I'm gonna block a sweet candy.
No, he just takes it and starts eating. He is, at this point, it wouldn't take much of an insight check needed to tell Leoten is a bit perturbed. He was hoping... this was... I hate to use the term, this was supposed to be a milk run. This was supposed to be simple, introduce you all to each other, get you together. Damn it. Alright.
And you're ready to milk us?
Not now, Pourquoi.
Man, later?
With that, once again, he gets right up in your face, Pourquoi, and just whispers, Manuel, shut up.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's all head back to town. I'll get you all dry. I need to get in touch with some people. It's just, there's so few of us anymore. I don't know. Damn it. Come on. And he just starts blazing the trail in front of all of you.
All right.
I'm gonna follow him.
Yep.
He's got the money.
Follows behind. I take it you all follow behind.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Little longer travel. Luckily, the rain has let up a bit, and you guys return to peril. Yes, my lovely elementary school math. All right. You all return to the inn here. Dripping wet. Do you all want to take a moment to go to your rooms, get a change of clothes, all that jazz, come back down?
That sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds.
Yeah, he, Leoten he's calmed down a little bit with the walk. He's just, go make yourselves, get comfortable, change. I'll have food waiting for you when you get back. Say 25 minutes, meet here. Of course, we'll pay you hazard pay. It's, of course, don't worry. And you can tell he's, in all of your time with, when you've all separately met him before, he always seems so, just always confident, a little devil-may-care going around. He seems a little upset, a little worried at this point. So, and he goes, oh, no, I'll send word to Captain Garen to meet us in a little while after we've talked, and I don't want to say get our stories straight, but made sure we are all on the same page. You know, if you would like to do anything in that 20 minutes besides get changed and meet back there. Any private conversations you guys want to have before you meet back at the table? Malmore and Adventure head up to their rooms. Thunk out.
I would like to talk to Uzra about the artifacts that we found.
All right. Go ahead.
Uzra, regarding the armor that we found, are there any markings on it that could tell us anything? Any symbols or words?
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to really identify it yet. I can pull it out and take a look.
Good. All right. Go ahead. Do you want to try?
Can I assist?
Sure. I mean, it's a ritual spell. There's not really. It's not enchanted. This is
Okay.
as mundane gets, but you've just never seen anything like it before.
Could I make a I don't know what kind of check it'd be, but to like try to determine what it's made of
Investigation.
or investigation.
And you can do it at advantage if you are still assisting.
Yes, I will assist.
All right. It is light. It is very thin. Surprisingly thin for how much damage it took. The one piece you have would be about enough for a upper chest region, like a plate that would be slid into, say, leather armor is what you're feeling like it would be used as, but it was mounted on the outside. The small cracking you see, there seems to be some sort, whatever this material is, it's a lattice structure that is holding it together. I could say you could call it armor plate of unknown material.
And I had scavenged 2 pieces of strange armor.
Yep.
Are they both in similar, like, top chest pieces?
Yeah, I would say, for out-of-game reference, about the size of 2 strike plates to cover the upper pec region. You know, like the vitals at the top.
Okay.
Probably you would need an alchemist to be able to take some samples to be able to actually see if they could identify the actual material makeup of it. It is not metal, it is not wood, it is not stone. You're not quite sure what it is.
Okay, I'll relay as such, but from what I gather, I don't see any words or runes.
Alright. Is that all you two would like to talk about?
For now, yes.
Shyla, Blackfeather? Pourquoi?
Just changing. No big
Okay.
deal.
All right. And just remember, anytime a NPC is talking, if you want to insight check him, just shout it out.
Got it.
All right. You all come back downstairs. Lunch fare at the inn is pretty simple. Cold meats, breads, cheeses, a mug of beer is at each spot. Leoten lets you know that he is sent up some soup and some herbs to adventure in Malmore so they can attempt to feel better. All right, and you all sit down, and at that point, Leoten takes a moment, breathes, just kind of seems to be lost in thought for a little bit. Just hasn't said anything yet while you guys sit down and start eating. One minute passes. 2 minutes pass.
Leo.
No. Yes, sorry. And he reaches down, plops a big bag of money on the table. What was the agreed upon price again?
10,000.
I believe it was 5,000.
Why'd you ask them?
Blackfeather, there's 8,000 in there. Divvy it up as you see.
Okay. Got it. 8,000.
I'll take my share now, please.
So, how are we splitting this?
Math.
Those two are already there, so
What the? Just
between 7.
well, it was.
Is that
Hey, if you guys want to jip Malmore and Adventure out of their money, you go right ahead.
Have you seen the size of that guy? I'm not jipping him money.
Carry the 7. I did 1. All right. Everybody here gets 1,142 pieces of gold, and we'll give Adventure and Malmore theirs later.
And if you want, you could have Keelif or her husband take it up to them and just leave it in their rooms for them.
Perfect. Now that the
sounds
money
fun.
is out of the way. Liuten, what is happening?
Yes. So, how much do you know of who I am?
There is a thing in my skull saying words that I haven't recognized before. But enough to know that you know something about that place.
Well, I know a lot of things about many places, all correct. But I'm trying to give you a frame of reference to start from. What stories have you heard about druids? Specifically archdruids. Have you... I mean, I know there's some bedtime stories. Anything you've ever given credence to? Alright, that's fine, yeah.
I'll roll an insight check.
Hold on, Uzra? Yeah, druids. They humans a lot. They're old. And they like trees.
Nailed it.
Human? Human. Yeah.
A lot. Well, druids, druids can be of any race, but yes, the archdruids are human. That at least is correct, and
Were you at the Somerset Ball last year?
last year, no.
No, I'm not surprised.
So how old if I said I'm old would you think I
60?
am? No.
62.
69.
Um,
Come on, give us a hot or cold, man.
very cold.
I'd like to
No.
say this as quietly as possible across the table. Liuten, are you one of them?
One of... Who do you think I am?
Are you an Aesir?
I've known some. And I've known those before them.
I ask because this little thing in my head, before he crawled into me, said the word lieutenant. And that sounds an awful lot like your name.
I have not been called that in a long time.
That's obviously why you sent us into the cave, because you're really old, right?
Well, I sent you there to meet each other and to hopefully learn to trust each other. I'm seeing it's going swimmingly. A very simple idea. One man can only be so many places. Would you agree? And-
Conventionally.
Yeah.
I'm here right now.
Yeah, you are. Sometimes I need allies to look into things, make sure certain things don't happen or certain things do happen. And if you can even begin to fathom how long I've been around, I lose these friends, allies, helpers, assistants, companions, if you will, a lot. And sometimes it's one or two, and I go centuries and they're gone again. But unfortunately, I still have to keep going. And I keep a lookout for those who have the potential to do more than what they are. At least I was hoping to ease you into this a little bit easier.
Into what?
Well, I see potential in all of you. And I was hoping it would be some time before you met... I don't even know what... Did he say his name, what he's calling himself now?
I don't remember.
Did anyone... I know you all have secrets and things you're not ready to share. And I'm not going to force that. But any of you, would you have heard a title to call him by if true...
I did,
Yes,
but
dear.
I also lost my notes.
Alright. Corruptor.
Thank you.
Yes.
Corrupt.
Well, that is apt. Let's call him Corruptor for now. Just as Altgrand, I cannot tell you more than what your friend has told you. Names, I know it's an old cliche, but names have power. And were I to share his true name with you, he listens for me. And it sounds like you already have more of his attention than I was ready for you all to have. He was a friend, an old friend, who decided that his path would lead to one of more of selfish desires. And he was not ready to accept that his path was ending. And so he went deep and dark into places he shouldn't, and found a way to not end. And he serves something that I don't even know what it is, but I've been trying to stop his machinations for some time now. And I thought I at least stalled him till I could get some more information.
How long is some time, Lieutenant?
Well, I took him off the board 587 years ago.
600 years of machinations?
Well, no, that's just when I took him off the board. He's working longer than that before that. The stories about the archdruids. What if I told you that there are much fewer than they think there are? Because the few of us here have been around so long that people just assume there's more of us doing things? So, if, say, a few people had an endless amount of time, or near endless, you could get a lot done in a long view.
How few are we talking?
I'm not ready to share that secret yet. Trust goes both ways, kids. Leo 10 throws a piece of bread at you, Pourquoi. Look, I know this is a lot to take in, and knowing he is back in play, I can keep him from you for time. And, I mean, if you wish to run and never look back, you'll eventually lose interest. Because the potential you have may peter out and fade.
What's the fun of that?
And that, Pourquoi, is why I like you. Just then, the door bangs open behind you all. And Captain Garen comes in, and he looks a little worried. And he comes up to your table and he's like, all of you. I just got word from the mayor. There's a delegation coming down from the hill. They've named you and asked me to take you into custody.
On what charges?
Who's going into custody?
All of you.
That doesn't seem very friendly. What happened?
I don't know. Look, this is directly from the mayor. Favors have been pulled. I don't know what you all were up to out there the last day or two, but you've been brought up on charges of espionage and stealing state secrets.
Oh, time to go.
Can I look at Leo 10's reaction?
He is surprised. He's, what? What? At this point, Garen goes, look, Blackfeather, there's an entire garrison outside. I want you all to come with me to the guard
How
headquarters.
many in the garrison?
Couple hundred.
It's a lot.
Come into custody tonight of your free will. It will look a lot better. We will go in front of the mayor. Brother Marcus will be there. And we just need to hear what's going on. See, you have to be tried here first. This is not the Hills territory. But as part of our accord, we will at least detain you and see if their charges are valid before handing you over.
So it is charges from the hill, not from the mayor?
No, but let's just say The mayor has received gifts over the years from key members on the hill.
Mm-hmm.
He's
it
not-
seems we have stumbled into a trap, everyone.
Well, this isn't very nice, Garen. I mean, come on. We helped you out. Now scratch our freaking back.
And why do you think I have not stormed in here with a full company and I'm coming to talk to you?
Fine, whatever. I'm going to the bar.
I told them we would be out in 15 minutes. You will meet Boren de Grey, the mayor, tomorrow. I don't know how this could have happened, what you all did. Just be prepared for tomorrow. And
Thank you, Garen.
you're welcome. I'll be outside the door. And Garen turns and he stops and looks at Leotin. You helped them. They helped us. And in a language you don't quite know, he says a simple word and bows for a moment to Leotin, and then turns and goes.
Another companion, Leotin?
A man who knows his faith. Some people know me for who I am. Their families raised them in the stories. I mean, Pourquoi over there probably heard many stories from his family, but, you know, didn't take them to heart. And Shiloh, you too probably did, but in our influence, the influence of the Druids is felt less in the West, as many of the Low Elf cities have gained sway, with different versions of the path holding sway as the ideal, and an idea of an institution older and larger than theirs. They don't like that idea. They don't like that at all.
Very dangerous this time.
I've watched it grow more and more dangerous for me, yes. Why do you think we have never allowed confirmation? Garen told me that they know nothing of me in this. If you all can trust me for a little bit, I have something in mind that I was planning to offer you later that could get you out of this. But it would bind you to a course that I do not want to force you to. I'm gonna go check on Adventure Malmore, wake them up enough, get them lucid enough that I can explain what has happened, and get their decision. When I come down, let me know. And he stands and heads upstairs.
Boy, he's dour, isn't he?
Blackfeather, you're at the bar.
I'm asking for Kira.
Kira is the mousy little talkative girl.
No, not that one.
Keelith?
The other one. Keelith, the other guy.
Ah, yes. She's up at the bar with her husband. They're whispering to each other. I mean, hey, a couple hundred and change armed gentlemen are outside her establishment right now. She's a little worried. Yeah, yes.
Do you have a way out of here?
Even if I did, they've surrounded the building.
But you owe me one. If you know a way, you let me know.
And I owe you one, and I'm going to tell you. Trust Garen. He is a good man.
Kira.
Running would be the worst option right now.
Better to be bound to Leoten's path than bound and quartered by the guard. Keela, get Kirith. There's something you need to know about the skull cave.
Yes. Sure.
There's an Aesir ruin below it.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. And they called me crazy and said I was just wanted to go wild. No, I fucking knew it. Kayla, where? I fucking knew it. Thank you. I fucking knew. I told you, honey. I told you. I didn't come out here for bullshit.
Keela,
I fucking knew it.
You can't go there.
What?
You can't go there. Trust me.
You later. If you are not hanging from dancing from your neck in a couple days. No, we're gonna fucking talk about this. She storms off to find Keela, going, "No, get my notes." Shyla, you see a lot of armed people, kind of doing the awkward, like, why are we standing out here? Why aren't we just going in? What's going on?
We need to trust Liuta.
Looks like we don't have any choice.
Right.
Alright. Thunk, 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 thunk. Leotin comes back downstairs. Have you reached a decision?
Have we any choice?
You always have a choice, Altgrand. You always have a choice.
Then I choose you magic us someplace else.
Honestly, I'm spent. I would have.
What kind of freedoms are we giving up by agreeing to this?
Actually, he'll be getting a lot more freedom. More than a lot have.
Alright, so what's the catch?
Just know that time to time you may be called on to help, not just me.
Who are we going to be helping?
Those who ask for it. I can't tell you more till I go and get someone who can speak to you about everything.
Are they people you trust?
Yes. They're one of the few people left I think you can trust.
Alright.
I used to trust you, and then I found out you were like 1,000 years old.
If only.
You were a pretty decent guy up until this point.
If only I were 1,000 years old.
I was being facetious.
I know. But hey, that was fun back then. Did a lot of stuff. No, but anyway. Blackfeather. Am I still any different? You have your secrets. Or should we talk about your father and your family?
Now you're getting personal.
I'm just saying, friend.
For a spent wizard.
Well,
No fighting, kids.
not fighting, dear. Just reminding someone that someone's past does not define who they are. And sometimes secrets are kept for a reason.
I fear the future holds more secrets than we can bear, but I'm in.
Alright. Shyla?
Mm-hmm.
Pourquoi just shrugs and throws his hands like, whatever. Blackfeather?
I expect fame and fortune from this.
I can promise there will be many chances for it. And maybe even chance to change the world.
Yeah, the world. Yeah, that's fine. I'm in. Fine. Yeah.
Malmore, my friend, I can promise you a lot of cool shit to find.
Malmore says yes.
Oh, right. Sorry. Uzra. Looking right at a picture. Oh, my God. Hey, man. Keeping this all
An elbow.
straight.
Oh, so all dwarves look the same. All right, Leah.
At
Like-
this point, with all of
I expected better of you, Leah 10.
And you said the same thing to me when we met. You said,
I am in.
don't ever go shaving that beard, Leo 10, or I won't be able to recognize you. All you humans look alike from down here. Alright.
There's more than reasons than that not to shave a beard.
Alright. Leo 10 says, look, I'll get Garen to escort you out. I'll start reaching out. There, you will find some more truths out tomorrow, most likely. Nothing as big as this, I promise you. And when time permits, I will give you more answers about myself that I can. Just please understand, I did not hide any of this from you out of any malicious intent. Just, if I came up and said to you, I'm a human archdruid older than you can conceive. You want to go go into an ancient underground base and get some shit for me and be my friend? I don't think that would have gone well. Oh, and,
I would have bought that for the record.
well,
Yeah, probably would have.
You underestimate us, Leo.
and
We seem to be quite foolish.
and
Also,
no matter how many millennia pass, I am always surprised. Leotin walks over, opens the door, waves Garen in. He nods to each of you in turn and says, I'll be there. I'll be there. Don't worry. I'll get you all out of this, even no matter the cost.
Aye.
Alright. Captain Garen nods, it smiles like, look, I'm sorry, but we'll get this figured out. Follow me. You all, file up, start heading out. The guards form up around you, and as you are now heading, you are starting here, and Garen says he's going to be taking you to the main office, just to the holding cells, not the long-term cells that are located here. You hear loud noise, this and this whirring, grinding noise. And as you turn and look, you've reached about here. The sound is coming from over here. As you turn and look, you see... You definitely recognize these right away, Uzra, but this is
These guys.
This is the first time any of you are seeing these. Before you stands, clomping down the road, two large mechanized suits of dwarven armor. If you'd like to roll an investigation check for me quick. Well, if you guys can see the names, it's kind of pointless. It is a set of dwarven siege armor and a dwarven shield guardian. And behind them is where the grinding noise is coming from is two dwarves riding in these sort of spherical contraptions with large brackets coming off the back onto this ornate palanquin. Those are what are called dwarven cave runners. They ride these devices down the more narrow caves and chutes and tunnels. They can move at high speeds, and stories have said they can move up and onto the walls, onto the ceiling. They're meant for fast reconnaissance, lightning attacks, and sharing of messages when cave stretches are in dispute with other Underdark residents that try to encroach onto dwarven territory occasionally. As they pull up, you see a very Weasley-looking little man sitting in the back who waves over to Garen, who waves and apologizes, walks over, and you see them talking. And as they talk, anything you guys want to say, anything you want to do, any questions you want to ask of your only conscious dwarf?
Do I recognize this man?
Roll a history check. Let me see what you got. Hold on. Yeah, you do recognize that person. That is Nainarv Ruby Miner.
Maynarv?
Nainarv Ruby Miner. The personal Nainarv, then Ruby Miner, one word.
1B. Okay.
Nainar is the personal assistant to the head artificer.
Ugh.
Yeah. You don't have Nainarv. You once in a heated discussion in the one workshop called him a, I believe you said, insufferable bean counter with not enough talent to make a chamber pot.
Sounds about right.
So, anything you, of course, would you like to share this information with everybody?
Yeah. Not really hiding my disgust.
It is up to you if you'd like to describe why this may lead to some extra difficulties. I
don't have the greatest reputation with the Artificer Guild at the Hill. They sort of kicked me out. It might come into play later.
Kicked out something illegal.
What did you do?
Then all of a sudden you hear, "No! That is unacceptable. They are turning themselves in freely and without..." Continue.
I rubbed some of the higher ups the wrong way a couple too many times, and I did sort of cause a cave-in of sorts that injured a couple people. Yeah, but no one died.
You and your explosions.
With that, you hear, "Fine, but there will be a reckoning for this. There will be a reckoning." And he comes back. Garen stops in front of all of you and goes, As this is an accord matter under the ratified laws
Here it comes.
dictated by the accord, I must officially take you under arrest. All items will be seized, and any and all those who are capable of channeling, conjuring, or using arcane or other abilities must be placed in thorn manacles.
Is he gonna be the one taking our stuff?
Do you want to ask him?
Yes.
Yes, I'll be taking your stuff. Don't worry. This is still
I want to make it
somewhat my town.
Okay. I want to make it abundantly clear that I don't really give a rat's ass about the rest, but my notebook, if it's in damaged in any way, I'll be quite upset.
Uzura, you'll pry it out of my cold dead hands for this fucking bullshit. Alright?
Thank you.
Have any of you ever had the misfortune of using or seeing manacles be used before?
No.
I've probably seen them.
I
Being
should
tended to?
honestly say nothing.
Um, you will be checked if you have any ability to channel any sort of magic upon booking. The manacles will cut you off from all sources of magic. If an attempt is made to channel any arcane energies, the pain will be substantial.
I'm not gonna be able to identify, guys.
If you all want to follow me in, we'll get this done quickly. And I'm sorry. You're marched in, stripped of your possessions, and actually at this point you're provided just simple clothes. Just a cheap trousers and pants for the men, dress for you, Shyla. You are led to the holding cells, which is it's a large open room with just metal cages that mount directly into the floor. As there are not enough cages for each of you individually, you are Altgrand and Malmor are placed in one cage, where the medic is setting them up and getting them ready for sleep. Altgrand and Urza, you are in one cage together. Pourquoi and Blackfeather, you are in another. And Shyla, you are in your own prison cell.
Aw.
Well, you know, they got a procedure on this one.
How's the view?
It's an open room. There are windows up top, but basically it's a huge open room with these barred cages, so you can all see each other down the line, and the room is lit a little bit with natural light, but it's
Like a zoo.
So they test you. They come up to the first cage, which is Adventure in Malmor. Scan Adventure with the stone. Nothing happens. Go over to Malmor. It flickers a little bit. They place the manacles on his wrists. You see him stir a little bit and then settle. Next it comes to Pourquoi and Blackfeather. They pass it over Pourquoi. It lights up decently. They place the manacles. Lightly passes over you, Blackfeather, and it actually flickers to life. They place the manacles on you. Uzra, it's so minimal. Like, the barest of flickers. But they place the manacles on you. Altgrand, it lights up like a fucking flare.
Can I respond before it gets to me?
Respond to...
I would like to try to use an ability on the stone.
You can try. What ability you're thinking of using?
Information surge.
What are the components of that?
It's no components for it. I'll put it in chat.
Okay, thank you. Okay, go ahead. What's your spell DC?
14.
Well, I'm looking this up. Oh, all right.
I think Altgrand's trying to cast something.
You go to cast the spell, and you feel it's starting, and then runes on the cages themselves light up. And nothing happens. The guard looks,
That happened.
the guard looks you right in the eye, and he's looking like he might want to do the old classic movie guard shove like her. And Garen goes, "Hey, do your job. Get going." Oakgrand, the manacles lock into place. I want you to make a Constitution saving throw. All right. They click in place, and this feeling of the flow of energy in the world around you, the beacon points of Magitech that you see all around the city, gone. And then you realize you got a fucking thing shoved in the back of your neck. And it's got stuff. You got other things, like, oh god, like, ow. Ow. You don't pass out or suffer any damage, but you're realizing for the first time in your life that you may not know much about yourself or your magic, but it's actually been protecting you more than you realized.
Okay. Any voices?
Dead silent.
I fall over.
The only thing you hear is a tiny voice, tiny, so tiny, from that you heard in the base. Just, oh god, it's so quiet. So, I'm by. Are you still there?
Yes.
I can't. It's really quiet now. What the hell are you? What the hell did you get us into?
You'll see.
All right. You can keep your feet, or you can plop on down and take a little bit of time to adjust to some of these lack of and new sensations you have.
I'm down.
Shyla. Once again, that stone flares very bright. And they go ahead and clasp the manacles on your wrist. I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Hey, Flatfoot.
Which Flatfoot are you referring to? There's a lot of them.
They're all flat feet to me. I don't care what one responds.
Garen walks over. Yes.
Lawyer.
Yes, it's being taken care of.
My lawyer?
All of you.
No, not all of me.
No.
My specific lawyer.
You're being tried as a group.
I have a better lawyer than the group.
I mean, and he looks you up and down for a second, Blackfeather.
Don't look me up and down, human.
Boy, I will take that as stress. Did you make? Is that your Constitution saving throw, Shyla?
No. Did you want me to make them?
Yes.
All right, coming up.
I thought you heard me.
No, the sound cut out briefly.
Oh, all right.
It's back.
Yeah, so go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh. So
Glad you're in your own cage.
My own
just before the manacles fully clasped into place, you hear that voice again, Shyla. And she says, "I'm sorry, child. This will not be pleasant." And as though you hear the manacles click, oh God, You have scars all over your body from being set on fire. Oh God. And with a noticeable noise of pain and distress, you are unconscious.
Awesome.
Medics rush over, check you out. You're breathing. You seem to be in a bit of a fever state, but you are stable.
Can we see what's going on?
It's a little hard to see. I would say Shiloh's all the way down on the left, and the cages proceed in a line, so you can kind of see through the other cages, but the space between bars is too small to like fit your head around and look. Medic comes over, administers a stone, shatters over her, sprinkling over, and Shyla slips into a deeper and slightly less troubled sleep.
Check it out, Garen. Now the women are falling over. Nice. Where's my lawyer?
Garen looks at you, shakes his head, and they proceed out. It is unfortunately only about 1 in the afternoon, and everything getting pulled together. The earliest Garen thinks you will have your trial, as he said before, is tomorrow. Is there anything you would all like to discuss or talk about in preparation for your trial?
You know, this sucks because I just had a beer like 20 minutes ago, and now I'm going to have early morning hangover shit going on. I mean, who drinks a beer at like 10 in the morning? Run in jail. That sucks. It's like the worst case scenario for beer.
Literally, but you all are dealing with your own things, and Blackfeather is literally expanding upon this to the ceiling. Just what the,
This is the stupidest fucking thing we have done yet.
Alright.
I'd like to, just stammer out on the ground to have Uzra look at the thing in my neck.
Do you want to make
Yeah.
Alright. You lay down, pull your hair back, and this is the first time anybody is getting a close look at it. Make an investigation check. Uzra.
You're dead!
Well, no. You can
Yo,
see...
that flat-foot motherfucker just looked at me like I was supposed to goddamn dusty.
Uzra, it's metal. It has some symbols on it you don't recognize, and it definitely appears to be larger than what's above the surface of the skin.
Okay, bind some.
I would say, if you want, make a follow-up medicine check about the skin around the...
Yeah, this will be better.
Here comes the headache.
It doesn't look infected.
Are you sure you're not dead?
He's not dead.
Oh, I am.
Ulkran, through the discomfort and pain you're feeling, you're kind of thinking, I like Uzura, and he's a smart guy, but this may not be his wheelhouse.
Why are you poking the squishy again?
Am I close enough to Porquois' cage to ask him?
Currently, I don't know if Pourquoi is on the line currently, so we can say Pourquoi is just kind of ignoring everybody for a few minutes.
Is that way anyway?
Alright, he is responding. Also, all of you look over because Pourquoi, besides his comments, kind of fades into the background sometimes, unless he wants to be noticed. Pourquoi doesn't have his mask on.
What?
Ooh.
I took
Per-
it off.
Well, they
What does he look like?
seized it. Pourquoi, would you like to describe yourself?
I look like a guy.
He looked like a man.
I knew it.
Hold on, what's the guy's name again? I have to look it up.
You're Lauren, Leo.
No.
And
Like, Jimmy Simpson.
What?
The I'll just find a picture.
he look human? Is he human?
Like fucking
Oh.
human, yeah.
Yes, he is human.
Okay.
It's awfully normal.
Yep.
Yeah.
As
Normal.
you are almost in a way surprised at how just was it not for Perquois' outfit and mannerisms in his attire, like you'd pass him on the street. Like he's just a normal guy. Altgrand, you wanted Pourquois' attention?
Yes, Pourquoi, can you use your medical skills and look at this thing?
I have to
Alright.
look at. I mean, I'm with medical anything. It looks infected.
No. make a medicine check, Pourquoi. All right. It's not infected. The wound is the skin around the whatever it is in his neck is quite healed, and you could hazard a guess it has been there for a very long time, and
It's
it
been
was
infected for a very long time, guy.
and it was put there. There was a great deal of skill and precision in the surgery that not anything close you could do, but you can tell this was not a hack rush job. This was a almost a piece of artistry in surgery, if you will.
The best thing you do to kill the infection is to have the guy in the cell with you spit on it. So if you want to go ahead and do that.
Ezra, you heard the man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You have to
Uh,
make an attack roll for spitting.
No, if he just takes it, but at the same time, this is the group that never fucking insight checks. Oh my god.
I mean, look at that face. He looks trustful. Trustworthy.
Alright. Shyla, make a constitution saving throw for me.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, there we go.
That's pretty good.
You're awake. But, oh my god, like, you're still in some pain. Like, it's kind of hitting you that you never thought about it much before this, but stories you hear of people with even much lesser burns than you got feel the pain for a very long time, if not their entire lives.
So, stay down then.
It's manageable, but it caught you off guard. It just flooded and hit you all at once. But your eyes flutter open, and you don't get up, but you move your head around, you look around, kind of remind yourself of where you are.
Jail.
I'd like to call over Shyla, you two.
I'm awake. Kind of. Are we leaving soon?
I don't
No.
know.
I wouldn't count on that. This is sort of out of Garen's hands. I'm pretty sure.
So, we just wait?
Yeah, we don't have much choice. We'll just have to trust Leo 10 and get us out of this.
It's either that or start digging, right?
You have something to dig with?
I don't have anything to dig with.
Fine.
They took my spade.
I'd like just ask Shyla. Shyla, what happened?
It's just a lot, that's all. I don't usually pay attention to all my scars, that's all. I'm okay.
They look infected.
Do you have anyone who can spit on them?
Shyla, someone you don't recognize just is in that cell with Blackfeather, who just told you it looks infected.
Who's that guy?
With the very familiar voice.
Oh,
that is our
Jimmy
resident
Sinclair.
music man.
oh, can you go back to playing something?
I don't have anything.
I could use a song.
If you'd like to make a performance check to sing something nice for Skyla, you may.
Make a series of fart noises.
Very musical fart noise.
Yeah.
It's like beatboxing. It's
Yeah, it's actually you think you all heard that, that it's that popular song you always hear at the harvest festivals. Yeah. Wow.
I'd clap if my hands weren't tied up.
The manacles have a decent amount of chain length between them. Like you can move, like that's a
oh, they're not
dexterity
like
roll,
block
but-
manacles.
No, manacles with chains. Yeah.
Would they say it'd be about neck width?
No,
No, not that one. All right,
Someone planned ahead for that.
all right.
Blackfeather.
What?
Who is this lawyer you spoke of?
Oh, don't you have a lawyer?
What is a lawyer?
You would know what a lawyer is if you've been to any kind of, civilized part of the region.
I'll try to explain it to Algren. Well, you see, a lawyer is.
You don't strike me as the civilized type, rogue.
I try very hard at that.
Would you care to tell us about it?
Not really. I
That's
barely
fair.
know you.
That's fair.
All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before I guess turn in for the night?
Just get comfy.
All right.
I'd like to
Mm-hmm.
meditate with the thing in my head.
Okay. We will get to that in a moment. Anybody else?
Anybody know any good jokes? Stories? Pass the time?
I know some bad jokes.
Tell me a bad joke.
Bad joke? All right.
And we will fade out as the two of you are sharing bad jokes because it is still a little bit early. Old Grant, you close your eyes and block out all external stimuli, and you're sitting in that dark place inside your head. No sound, a void in all directions. What do you say?
What are you?
That, would a adaptive learning algorithm with falsely overlaid human synthetic personality mean anything to you?
Give me a name.
My name is Basil.
Basil. Good. Good. What can you do?
I can carry a tune. I can tell you, well, when we're a little more set up, I can perfectly recall any memory that you have access to, though it's kind of a dumpster fire in here, man. If you're wondering. Hold on, searching. Midden heap fire? Is that the right vernacular? Is that make it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's trash.
Ah, yes. You got a lot of holes in here, sir. But hey, something we can work on. If you use this and there's no body, but you feel like it's the sensation of something being passed to you. If we get out of this and you get access back to natural residuum flows, I can have an autonomous networked simulacra, to be able to help out a little bit.
That sounds excellent. I'm going to go rest.
Sounds like a plan, buddy. We're good though, right? Like, I don't have anywhere to go back to. We're good, right?
Do I have a choice?
Well, if you don't know how to get rid of me, no, then you don't have a choice.
There you go.
Excellent. All right, anybody else? Unfortunately, the chat window is not lining up very well on Twitch, and it is sadly, Alright, as you all are sharing really bad jokes, and, the day stretches on, it's getting close to sundown. I mean, they've brought you some food, nothing special, you know, like, I hate to say, a watery soup, a very low-grade grainy bread, and a cup of water. You see Garen slip in. He goes, "Listen, I got word from Leoton. He will be here tomorrow. He asks you one thing. Tell the truth as much as you can. And just
Done.
you may, depending on what happens tomorrow, you may not have a choice in telling the truth. Be prepared." And he kind of looks back out the window. Fucking hill dwarves, goddamn, and closes the door and leaves. You guys turn in for the night. Nothing big. Guards come in out a couple times, check on you. Most of you just sleep through it. Next morning comes along. Guards come in, wake you up, say, "Alright, it is time to go." They lead you out of the holding cells, and you march from here over to the main audience chamber, which is in the mayor's estate. You are all brought in. It is a simple, small, this isn't like a big, elaborate, courthouse. It's a small room. There's a raised platform with a table. 3 chairs are set up at the table. There's a small seating area towards the back for any witnesses or viewers to the proceedings. And in the center of the room is a circle with runes all along the circumference. And then between that circle and the gallery area is the classic night court, the 2 tables, for the plaintiff and the accused.
Do I recognize the circle?
Go ahead and make a...
Arcana?
No, religion.
Religion. Probably not
I
that.
would actually also like to check it.
It ain't Arcana, and I know Arcana. Something to do with not Arcana.
I'd like to make that check as well, if you let me.
Oh, great.
You can follow up, but you'd have to make it a disadvantage unless you're not looking at something separate, so can't just have you all firing off the checks.
I'll roll at disadvantage.
Alright. It looks vaguely, as if it is empowered to enhance a spell. That basically by casting a spell on the circle itself, the entire area within the circle is affected, and I don't know what this mystical magical DC number is, but it is empowering the spell to be stronger.
I'll relay what I can.
Okay. You are all let in. You are sat in a cluster of chairs. You can tell this room was never really meant to have this many defendants at the same time, so the chairs are kind of really jammed in there and over in kind of like the corner a little bit. It really throws off some of the legitimate looking feel of this. It's like when you have too many folding chairs at a table sort of thing where you all cluster around the one end of it. And as you're waiting, the Garen walks in and says, "All rise for the meeting of this criminal tribunal." You rise, and in comes in the mayor, who this is the first time you are all seeing him. You heard before, his name is Borin de Grey. He's
Boring.
Borin, but yes, he is.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I'm sure he's quite boring.
Yeah, he's a very bland 47-year-old man. Just brownish, slightly graying hair, dark brown eyes, a little bit tanner skin than you'd expect from a civil servant. Looks like it's more natural than from being out in the sun all the time. Almost 6 foot tall, just that little bit under, so trimmed beard. Looking into his eyes, it's not that he's not intelligent, it's that glassed over politician face that you're not quite sure. Is he interested? Is he bored? Is he angry? What is he? Just...
Can we incite him?
I mean, there's no... Sure, go ahead.
I don't want to incite him.
Incite him to violence.
You pick up a little bit that he's not 100% sure. Like, he knows the charges, but he doesn't know why it's happening here. Like,
So, sort of gather that he's not like the puppet master here. He's just sort of the puppet.
Yeah, he's putting on the, yes, I know why I'm here, judging things, bad things. Alright. Next,
That's what I figured.
Next comes in one of the members of your fan club, Uzura, as the main accuser. Naynarv comes in and takes a seat up next to the mayor. And actually, no, sorry. Naynarv takes the seat in the prosecutor's chair. And another dwarf comes in, who was called for in the night. Garen announces you are meeting Bori Barrelchin. You can tell Bori, he's just exuding dwarven anger at this point. He does not want to be here. Like, an arbiter to be called out of Serbial is kind of a big deal. And it's kind of like, oh, fuck, I drew the short straw. This is bullshit. And lastly comes Brother Marcus.
He was the guy that we showed the cipher to.
Yes. You also know that he is the local leading priest of the Wayist sect of the High Elven Church, if you will. He is well regarded. Seems pretty intelligent, like a good guy. And also, should know at this point, the cousin to Garen. And with that, there's a loud bang as the double doors open behind you. And you turn to see a somewhat slightly older looking gentleman, a little bit of gray in his beard, and these beautiful robes of earth tones with gold brocade. Like, it is beautiful and regal, and in his hand is a big staff of, seems to be living twisted wood that is mounted almost like the wood is gripping a black stone sphere about the size of a softball.
I take it
And
this is Liuten's friend.
I would like you to make a group perception check. You there, Pourquoi?
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Okay.
He's dead.
It's infected.
Where is
The mask was all that stood between him and infection.
it?
All right. Everybody but Uzra immediately recognizes it. Takes a second, but as he looks up and the shadow of this cowled, ornate robe backs a little as his face comes more in the light, this is Leoten. Like, but the strange thing is, his face, it's the same, it looks a little older. And there's gray where there was never gray or white in the facial hair. And before, where it was always this laid back kind of goofiness about some things, or maybe tired, there's a gravitas to him right now. Like, think when Gandalf decides to be serious about shit. That, oh, okay then. And he's walking slowly and accenting each step with the thunk of his staff. And as he comes up to the table, he seems to half, like, take the staff and somewhat toss and let go. And not in a flash, but in like a shimmer and a intake of breath, the staff is gone and the stone drops into his hand, where he places it into his sleeve and he sits.
Who's this fucker?
And he keeps it together for a moment. You hear the slightest chuckle, and he just looks at you and goes, I expected more of you, Uzra. And the voice, it's deeper and gravelier. Like, almost, if you want to say, from the stories you've heard, quote unquote, about an archdruid, especially the humans in the group, he has gone to the nines personifying the stereotype right now.
Oh, I
Like,
recognize that beard.
Alright. The mayor calls everyone to order and says, Arcanist, I gotta read his name to say it right, Nainavar, you have brought forth charges of conspiracy and theft of state secrets. What evidence do you bring forth to accuse these, though travelers to peril, from what I have heard from Brother Marcus and Captain Garen, members who have done this town a service or two recently? No, I would say Nanar stands up, but he's actually a little even short for a dwarf, so he actually kind of gets down from the chair, and he's shorter than he was in the chair. But, like, that smug superior, like, puts the hands behind the back and saunters on up, and... Members of the court, I bring before you clear evidence that this group is responsible for stealing the most closely guarded treasure of our kingdom and plans to sell it on the black market. And reaching into his coat, he pulls out a device that looks similar but a little more complex to the voice stone that Leo 10 had given you before. And placing it on the floor, he touches a button, and it opens up, swirling, beautiful, and an image appears. From a slightly upwards and 3/4 to the right angle of all of you talking in the Hobgoblin Cave. The audio's cutting in and out a little bit, but the first thing you see is the Hobgoblin captain and that other hobgoblin slightly bow to you, walk away, and then sit over by the wall. Picture fuzzes a bit, clears again, and you see that the throne is in ruins and you're all standing around, and clearly you can be heard taking the items and burying them, but the conversation isn't whole. Like, as you listen to it, this conversation has been pared down to be as incriminating as possible, to make it sound as if you guys were making plans on what to do next with this ill-gotten gain you had. The recording ends, and he reaches down and picks up and goes, "Though it does speak for itself, I wish to interrogate each of them to see what part they play in this before they are sent up the hill." The mayor stopped, sitting there a moment, a little... Well, that evidence seems to be quite damning. Counsel for the defense, do you have an opening statement? And Leotin stands up, goes, "I find it completely ridiculous that these charges are even being brought forth. This party has never been accused of a crime in this area. This party has never been seen in this area until recently, and I believe records up the hill show clearly any suspected smugglers or traders of state secrets. Besides that fact, this party of individuals were completely within their rights to be there, regardless of what was there, and actually within their rights to do with whatever those items they saw fit with those items, which I will prove shortly with the evidence I have to present." And he sits down. The mayor turns to Brother Marcus and says, "Well, we do have a number of questions we need answers to. Brother Marcus, could you please assist?" Brother Marcus stands up, and you see him clasp his hands together and start muttering under his breath. And slowly you watch as the circle in front starts lighting up, and a small flash of energy, and the runes now slightly glow. And the mayor says, "First up, I would like to call the one known as Black Feather."
I get up.
Alright. Chink, 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 chink. Hold on. Alright. As you step into the circle, you feel a distinct tingle. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw. You feel something take hold in your mind. And the only thing you can think is, well, Leotin said tell the truth. I guess that's what we're going to do. So the mayor looks at you and says, "What is your name, sir?" Blackfeather, what is your name?
Blackfeather.
You have entered a zone of truth. What is your name?
I am known as Blackfeather.
Alright. What is your true name?
Oh. That is Varys. Hold on, I've forgotten my last name.
I haven't used it in years.
Elvather.
Is that of High House Eldafar?
The same.
It's interesting to see a member of the High Elven families here today.
I believe that's speculation.
As it may be. Why did you come to Peril?
I was hired on a job.
By who?
The Leotan, that guy.
Hmm. Well, since it seems to be working, we'll make this simple. Did you steal the parts shown in the image captured by the accuser?
No.
Were you in any way part of a plan to get them out of Serbial?
You're breaking up, but you'll have to repeat the question.
Were you in any way part of the plan to get them out of Serbial?
Get what out of Serbial?
The parts.
Parts of what? Parts of what?
The mechanized armor parts.
We were not tasked to do that.
Do you know who was?
Nope.
Is that you, though, in the video discussing hiding the parts and what you could do with them now that you found them?
Yes.
Thank you. You may step down.
Steps down.
Alright. Next up is the one known as Pourquoi.
Okay.
To avoid any confusion as with your associate earlier, what is your true name, sir?
Don't remember.
Right, make a wisdom saving throw. That was my fault.
Not a lie if I don't actually remember.
I know, but still. Alright. It is... Since many of you gave me your information and seem to have forgotten it, hold on. Your name...
Did I
is
pass the saving throw, though?
No, you didn't.
What do I have to roll?
Probably natural 20.
Yeah. Manuel Lamar.
Okay. My name is Manuel Lamar. Of the Lamar family.
What brought you to this town?
My feet.
Why did you come to this town?
No reason.
So you were not hired by the gentleman there acting as your defendant?
Oh, sure.
Were you in any way involved in the planning or theft of the items in question from Serbia?
Not that I'm aware of.
Step down.
Goodbye.
The one known as Altgrand.
Aye.
Wisdom saving throw. What is your true name?
I do not know.
Do you mean... What do you mean you do not know?
I do not know. I have called myself Algrin since time I've known.
As this is happening, Blackfeather turns to Varus. Shh. Trust me. I haven't ace in the hole. And he winks. Like, he is not instilling confidence whatsoever.
Got this.
What do you mean that is what you called yourself? Where do you hail from?
I do not know.
Who is your family?
I do not know.
At this, the mayor turns to Brother Marcus and kind of points like, is it fucking working? Like,
It's just like on.
Marcus comes down and like does the equivalent of banging the side of the TV for a second, looks at it. He thumbs up, like, yeah, it's working. The mayor is sitting there. Oh, okay. What were you hired to steal or facilitate the theft and removal of these said? And you can tell he's getting a little tired of this because he was expecting something from this, and now he's just wasting his time asking you all questions. So,
I'm not a thief.
At this point, he's been very quiet. The arbiter snorts loudly, and he's like, Narvin, whatever. The artificer bootlicker. It doesn't seem any of them are involved. He stopped, just turns right. Young lady, right there. You.
Me?
Yes. Did you steal the shit?
No.
Gross.
There you are. Fucking ridiculous. Now, unless you have some legitimate charges you want to bring here, this is ridiculous. With that, Nainvar stands up and he's a bit flat and what's everybody's passive perception?
11.
15.
12.
Anybody 10 or below?
Nope.
Alright. You all just barely hear in the back a couple snorted laughs, and as you turn, it was the dwarven escort contingent, and they're just like, oh, this was actually worth coming down for. This is fucking hilarious.
Here's Beard's fake too.
One of them actually picked up on it and just starts like guffawing and has to step out of the room. Flustered, no, he's very upset. And he goes, fine. They may not have stolen it, but we heard clearly that they had no intention of reporting it. And unfortunately, from the video he's presenting, there seems to be no intention of reporting it from what they have. So he states that he wishes to decrease the charges to receiving of stolen goods, which would still require you all to go up. And at that point, a little bit of back and forth between the tribunal, and they said, fine. That is, unfortunately, the mayor's still obviously whatever about this. Brother Marcus has nothing that he can say in your defense, and the arbiter just wants to get this done. So they turn to Leotin and says, in reference to the accusations of receiving of stolen goods, does the defense wish to change their plea? Leotin stands up and says, no. I believe it is my turn to finish this farce. He walks into the circle, slowly surveys the crowd, and says, I stand before you all as I truly am. My name is Leotin Raldiers. Some know me as the Walking Man, the Ageless Guide, the witness to the beginning and the end. I am the Archdruid of Tenim, last walker on Ohm and Thek. This group are my charges and came and acted on my order. He then proceeds to start talking in another language. You recognize this, Malmore. Not Malmore, Uzra. I keep thinking he's here because I look at the list. He's saying in flawless Dwarvish the same deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts speaking in another language. I want Altgrand to make an intelligence check. Check, not save. Oh, good. You hear Basil whisper to you. And you realize what Leoten is speaking in is the spoken version of that language that Brother Marcus says is pretty much the language of the Aesir. And you watch as Brother Marcus' eyes are getting wider and wider and wider. This would be like someone speaking in Aramaic to a Catholic priest. Like, oh, holy shit, okay. Sorry. And with that, he turns and says, I call the only witness necessary. And a gentleman in the gallery stands up, walks slowly forward. What you see before you is actually a half-elven man. Tall, lean, a number of scars. And he stands in the circle next to him and goes, I am Captain Leo Colas. I hereby confirm and swear by powers and permissions of the entire Mortiega that these people were selected to be initiates into the Order of the Last Refuge. As all nations, coalitions, city-states, kingdoms above and below have sworn, the Mortiega are seekers of justice, the last refuge for those who have been wronged. No being mortal or immortal shall have the right to deter us or question us in the execution of a valid contract. There's a long pause. He turns to Marcus. Does the accord stand? Marcus. Of course the accord stands. To Mayor Bori. He asks again. Does the accord stand? Bori says, the accord. With that, Nainvar jumps up. Bori, this is ridiculous. How dare you let this mongrel, Jaeger or no, come in before us and make demands? With that, Bori slams his hand down on the table, standing on his chair. I mean, dwarf, to be any taller, you gotta stand on the chair so he's not below the chair. He goes, silence! Cries it. And he turns knights, runners, restrains Secretary Nainvar. There's another peep out of him. You have my permission to silence him by any means necessary. Even without this development, Nainvar, these charges were a farce. And wasting my time and these people's times when we should be looking for the real people. The people within our walls. The people willing to do this. In the matter and opinion of the High Court of Cerebral, these charges are dropped. Captain Garin, please release these people and see that their equipment is returned, and have our apologies. Nobody's moved yet. Housemaster. The Housemaster Callias turns and looks at the mayor. Does the accord stand? The mayor just white sheet, like, oh, yeah, yes. Brother Marcus stands. Thank you for coming, Housemaster. We apologize that your work was interrupted for this. And on a second note, Archmaster Druid, when things have cleared up and you have finished your business with the Housemaster, may I speak to you and yours? A few things have come to light since your last visit that I could use some assistance with. And with that, the court is adjourned. You are escorted back to the cells. Your items are returned to you, and they're waiting after you all come out, changed and ready, is Leoten, somehow already back in his normal clothes, looking like he did before. And this new individual standing there looking a little pissed, but it seems that he might just have resting jerk face a little bit. They talk to each other a little bit, and Beastmaster style, forearm grasp. The captain walks away. Leotin looks at all you. Well, see? Not a big deal. You probably have more questions now, right? Yeah. Well, let's head on back to the tavern. We have a few things to discuss, and I believe Brother Marcus will be meeting us over there a little bit later. So... What questions do you have, my friends?
Where to begin?
What is the Accord?
The Accord is the layman's term for the peace treaty that was signed the day the High Elves descended and ended the last great conflict between the three races represented here at this table. In the Accords, some members saw that at times there would be a need for, especially for the way that the High Elves like to run their societies of favor and influence, and certain people feeling they are exempt from justice, that there would be times when certain things need to be done and a party needed to be held outside influences of nations and powers. So the Mochenjäger were born. And in truth, they existed, though the Accord does not like to speak of it. They existed for some time before that. Usually, it was a brotherhood of independent adventurers who usually would help each other find jobs, band together, and when necessary, do the right thing when no one was ready to say so. I had thought of offering you all membership in this down the road, when you had hopefully grown to like each other a bit more, I had hoped, and trusted each other, as a way to do more. And if you all want to make a group history check real quick. Alright, so Blackfeather, you know. Uzra, you know. Shiloh, you've heard some stories. Unfortunately, all Grand Pourquoi, you're just like, what? Who are these guys? The Jaegers are talked about a bit. It is said that when a Jaeger is on contract, no borders can stop them. No one can question. If they are on a valid contract, any action as they see necessary to fulfill the contract can be justified. But the only thing scarier than a Jaeger on your trail is if a Jaeger ever turns from the path and tries to abuse that power, the wrath that brotherhood will bring down on that wayward member is something to be feared. Uzra, you know that the name Morton Jaeger oddly translates in a very old Dwarven dialect to Dark Hunters or Shadows Hunters. So, if this is what I was talking about, I officially had put this contract up with them, and as someone of some influence within the group, I was able to actually put this as the first step in the process of initiating you or giving you the option to join. By calling in that fact, I have said you are interested in joining. And I know it's a little bit of legal shenanery, but by you swearing, it posthumously allows any actions you've taken thus far in the completion of the contract that I set you on, and you therefore cannot be held legally liable even if you had hidden those parts, because no one is to know if you would not need to use them in furtherance of a contract. So, that's your choice. We head
What
on.
are we going to be doing as Jaegers?
Mostly you get contacted and asked if you wish to take on a contract occasionally, or you can come on your own and volunteer to take contracts. There are times in great need, or if it is known that you are the only people available and something dire is happening, or a brother or sister has been found to be wayward, you may be called to take care of it.
Now, is there like a rule book about what a Jaeger can and can't do? Is there a gray area?
As long as you are in an active contract and in your heart know that what you're doing is in the furtherance of the contract, then there is no limitations. You will be bounded by an oath, and it will be known if you violate that oath.
Who are the contractors? Who's giving out these missions?
No one but the higher members in the Jaeger Order get to know who requested the contract. That is part of it. You get anonymity with it. If you need justice from someone that, were they to know you seek justice for them, they may come and kill you.
I mean, can anyone request help of the Jaegers?
Anyone can request help. It is whether the decision of whether or not a contract is taken is up to
someone.
Yes.
What if someone doesn't honor the Jaeger's accord?
Then every Jaeger will not do business with them ever again, and every nation, they will be ostracized, turned away. No one will do business, lend a helping hand, nothing.
Well, I'm in. Anyone else?
Liutin, our friend from earlier. Was he a previous Jaeger?
Oh, Corruptor?
He who must not be named, yes.
No. The Jaegers were not around before. He fell long before they were even a blip on.
Then I'm in.
What?
Then I'm in.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I'll join.
Okay. Shyla?
Of course. See what all the fuss is about.
Pourquoi?
Yeah, I'm in.
Alright. And Uzra?
As long as I can still pursue my research,
Of course.
I'll join.
Just understand, it's 90% of the time a Jaeger pursues their own needs and wants. Just sometimes they're called upon, or if you ever find you are in need of some cash, you can always go to any office and see what is available. Just remember,
Sounds agreeable.
Offices? Where are the offices?
you will. That will be made clear. It is. You're gonna laugh. Do you all remember? Let me pull up the name. A certain shop owner in Brymer, Adelag.
Adelag.
I'd given you guys a line of credit with her, and
Oh yeah, we helped find their kid.
yeah,
Otier. Yeah.
Another kid.
The first kid.
she was actually the second signator in your approval to enter.
It must have been adventure.
Yeah, he does have a way with words.
Yes, but Adelag is actually a standing member, though she has not been active in some years. So you'll be surprised as time goes on what allies you may find. Now, unless you all have something else you'd like to do, I will let Brother Marcus have his 2 words, and then we must actually head up the hill. You must be sworn in.
Well, what are we actually gonna do with the armor now that we're not, being convicted as thieves?
The knights and runners ask kindly that you give them a map of where the armor was stored, and they will, of course, go retrieve it.
Okay.
Can I draw the map?
Sure.
Excellent.
Blackfeather, please draw it truthfully.
What?
It's important you go down here to the south first, and then come backwards.
If they go on a long journey, I'm just being accurate.
Leo 10 leans over to you, Blackfeather, and just says, remember, the contract's been fulfilled. Just
I'm not on a contract.
the contract I gave you has been fulfilled.
Saying he's not protecting us anymore.
Not on this one, big guy, but you have fun.
I run really fast.
With that, you see Brother Marcus nervously walk in, and he just shares with you guys quick that, Jerkface. I can't remember his name right now.
Ninarv Ruby Miner.
Yes, thank you. No keeper. He's in a little bit of trouble right now. He looks. He asked if the 2 of you had a history, Uzra, because he said he found it strange that any time you're supposed to speak to an artificer, you usually start by addressing them as artificer and the name, but he kept referring to you as anarchist, Uzra.
Nice.
Yeah, we've met.
He nods.
That's a good one.
He nods. He's like, all right, yeah. Was that history check for something, Shiloh? Or you just clicked?
You're doing Shiloh.
I was peeling an orange. I just looking into the history of oranges
The
and
history of this particular citrus fruit.
thinking deeply.
They're called second skin apples here? No, I don't know.
Simple name. Simple.
Yeah. He sits down, talk little chit chat, and then broaches the subject of the code book you guys had given him. He's actually has a number of communiques intercepted by the Brotherhood that they've at least been able to get through the first stage of decoding very well once they actually translate, because if you remember he said they know how to translate the Aesir language, but it takes them a very long time to do it. And he asks if you had gotten any other of these, because he's trying to piece together a timeline of their activities.
Did we?
I don't know.
Too good.
Did you guys?
I don't have anything noted in my loot.
No.
I have a message.
That was the one you guys had before. He also wanted to share. They've been able to update a little information. Just that something is still supposedly happening at the end of the month. An artifact is being moved. He says it is part of something they're calling the Grand Design. Or another translation says to augment the Grand Design. And one of the only other things he's been able to figure out is a reference to a Keeper's Waystone or a Guard Stone.
What was that last part?
Keeper's Waystone or a Guard Stone.
And what is that?
Why don't you make a history check?
Or have an orange.
I'll have a second skin apple.
Yeah. Anyone can make a history check on this since you're all thinking about it. If you want to. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay. It is actually Pourquoi who says, hey, you know, I heard a story about that. There's some poems and old fairy tales about the reason nobody has ever found the Druid city in... It's been a while since I've said the name, so hold on. Myrick Tier, the giant forest to the north. Oh, come on, guys. I will not give you guys access to that anymore.
Oh, that's great.
That the only reason no one has ever found the village, the Druid village in the north, is due to these things called the Guardian Stones, or Guardian Waystones, or, well, whatever I said they worship.
Keeper's Waystone or Guard Stone.
There you go. Had a long day. That's all you know, and just even the fact that you remembered that Pourquoi was pretty impressive, because you remember it was an old story you heard from a grandma's grandma, you know, like. He asked, of course, once you guys come back from down the hill, if you could, of course, please give him any help. He has a number of messages that could still need translating. He's still desperately, if nothing else, trying to find out the location of this artifact so that possibly the Wayas can get some more information and get it to the right authorities. And with that, he talks a little bit more and says bye to y'all and heads out.
Bye.
Bye.
Sure hope he decodes more of that later.
All right. This point, Leoten lets you know that he's a little interested in some of the stuff Brother Marcus was talking about, and he's gonna go look into some stuff himself for that. Maybe give him some suggestions on some of the translation before he leaves. He lets you know to head up the main path to the right here, up into the mountains. You will head for...
No map.
You're not on the map?
Nope.
Nope, no map. Still
I'm on the
same.
map. Of the city, right?
Yeah. We're
Where's
still...
the mountains in the city?
Well, no,
To the east. He
right
pinged.
here.
Oh, I see the circle.
The only gates in Peril are basically a sort of airlock that lets traffic in and out. Yep. Up in the mountains. My poorly drawn mountains.
Got it.
So he suggests you guys head on up there today. It is only a little bit after lunchtime, so it's a short walk up the mountains to Gate Town.
Gate Town.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Us dwarves are known for our creative names.
Well, there's a dwarven word for it, but it literally translates to Gate Town.
Hey, Leo, why are we headed that way?
You still have to be sworn in to the
Sworn
Jaeger.
in. Oh, yeah, sworn in.
To
Got
the
it.
Jaegers. And due to the interesting nature of the completion of your initiation, they may, they kind of want to meet you, maybe officially give you your first jobs to, force all the paperwork through, so they can make it official.
April. Got it.
Yep. All right. Do you guys want to go shopping before you go, or?
No.
Oh, are we allowed to?
I'm done with this town.
Could we sell
You
the
want to eat parrot?
125 gold worth of crap I found
All right.
in the cave?
Sure. Roll me a straight charisma check if you're going to be doing it, Urza.
Could I possibly say
Yeah.
Oh, nope,
No.
too late. All right. Urza goes, "Hey guys, I'm going to take care of this. I'll be right back." And you come back,
Gonna get some money.
big old smile with 80 gold. And you're like, "Guys, I got a great deal on all this."
Look at this. Oh, it's great.
I miss barter.
So
Used to be.
you can now delete that 125 gold worth of stuff and replace it with 80 gold.
Well, everyone, if they just want to add 11 gold and 4 silver, 28 copper.
Thank you.
All right, and I take it you guys are off.
Yes.
All right, as you're heading up the hill, it's a nice steep switch back, forth. As you're walking on up, who's leading the group?
I am.
I'll follow close behind.
Was that Pourquoi or Blackfeather?
Blackfeather?
Oh, Blackfeather. All right.
It wasn't me.
Okay, you both were deep and low on the registry for my headset, so it was hard to tell for a second. Blackfeather, I want you to roll a perception check. You notice it gets a little quieter, and you hear scuffling of feet.
I suggested the group that we get off the path and
And with that, you hear in a deep guttural voice, a howling voice calling you to charge. So, in this area that I'm, of course, in the black area near the bottom that you can't see,
dark.
I know. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm gonna drag you all onto the field quick, and then you can rearrange yourselves as you see fit.
Okay.
Yeah. And BT Dubs, since you guys care, Malmore and Adventure are still sick back in peril, and they will catch up as soon as they feel better.
Cool.
I can swear on the.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't have that.
I just drug myself over here. Shouldn't have done that.
Oh,
There.
real quick, Altgrand. Did you take the time and the little bit of time we had to do that thing?
I did.
Okay. So,
I can't get the thingy. Ignore that.
no problem.
I am here.
If you look in your journal now, Eric, you should see something new.
May I introduce him?
If you want... Well, why are you all the way up there, Shyla?
That's my fault. I was
Oh.
dragging things around.
Yeah,
There's two of me. There's two of me.
that's why I was like, what are you doing up there?
I have a split
Seriously.
personality.
Now, if you guys would like, I can roll initiative for all of you real quick.
Sure.
Okay.
That lets me also test this cool thing. Boom. All right. And
Yeah, that's about as bad as I usually do. Thanks.
but here's the cool thing: you can actually see the names this time.
True.
And if you notice, all the stupid orcs are numbered.
Also, they're stupid orcs.
Yeah, they're stupid orcs.
Invisible to the map.
They're surprised.
They're surprised.
All right. Alkrand, you are up, my friend.
Are we not supposed to see the orcs?
Are you not? No, you rolled a perception check.
I can't see the orcs on the map.
Oh, yeah. Cause let me see. Remember, I'm looking from the GM perspective, not yours. Because they are out of your current line of sight.
Nice.
That's
I like
why
that.
there's the black areas. So you
Interesting.
heard them, and you know something's there.
That sounds like orcs.
Yeah. Know what?
Maybe we should hide.
You know what? I will say, Uzra, due to your racial prejudice and ingrained genetic loathing of orcs, you know they're orcs, right? Like, you just know.
I can feel it in my beard.
Yeah.
You feel orcs in your beard?
Yeah.
I'm going to use my movement.
It's
step up
unpleasant.
here.
Okay.
Say.
And if you... Let me see what your perspective is. If you would like, you can have your little friend take his movement as well, as you can see through his perspective. As you all watch, a small gold blob seems to start moving a little bit, and these little gossamer wings flutter out, and what seems to be a large mechanical beetle flies off of Alkrand and is hovering in the air next to him.
Everyone, this is Basil.
The little thing chitters and his eyes blink once in greeting.
Ooh.
Where'd you get that?
This is the thing.
If you remember, Alkrand was talking to someone in the base. And
Yeah, where'd you get the contraption?
I'm not quite sure.
I would say if Alkrand, you do not hurry, it's going to be the end of your turn while the two of you are talking about this.
I was looking up his movement. I
Oh, sorry.
apologize.
So many questions.
And he zips off. Are you able to see from his perspective, Eric?
I am, yes.
Awesome, it worked. Just keep in mind, you might want, since this is new for you, Eric, you might want to roll a stealth check for him. Since you did just fly directly into the line of sight of a guy.
I will do that.
If you click on him, the macro button should come up, and you should have stealth for him. It's going to pop up at the top since it's a token. Ooh.
Yeah, I rolled it.
Ooh. No. Yeah, okay, it's a 4. I'll keep that in mind. Is that the end of your turn, Grant?
No, so I can see him, correct?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to use my action, and I'm going to point at him with True Strike.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Well, you can see him from that perspective, but he is out of your direct line of sight to fire the spell from you.
This is just
Let me.
like a target.
All right, just click it. Let me see the. Put a finger at a target in range.
It's
Oh,
only a 30-foot range, though.
Yeah, it is only a 30-foot range.
Ah, got it. Okay.
But if you were within range, you could, because the only oh no, the component is sight. You need. Well, no, I'd let that go.
That's somatic, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, visual. You're right. So yeah, you would. Were you within range, you'd be able to do it, since you know he's there thanks to Basil. But you are not within range.
Good to know.
You can call out at least as a free action. You know, as you get, hey, there's a dude over in the direction Basil went.
Yeah, I'll do that. I can see 3 orcs right now.
I knew it.
All right.
And then I will bonus action, and I will hex the one that Basil is next to.
All right.
And I will make it a wisdom hex.
I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Orcai. Wisdom. This. Okay, does that end your turn, big guy?
I will use my action to move back.
Okay, so you're taking the dash action?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Alright, go ahead.
That's it.
Dash is full movement?
You get up to your full movement, yeah. Alright, so, Blackfeather, you are up.
Well, I am simply going to ready my bow and hold my action until I see something within 60 feet of me to shoot at.
Got it.
I am hidden in the brush, by the way.
Roll a stealth check. Alright. Pourquoi? You are up.
Alright. So I want to let everybody know that we don't have any of our meat with us. So be very careful. That is to say, we don't have any fucking melee people here, right?
I'm melee-ish now.
Melee-ish.
I have a shield. Yeah.
You have a shield? Wait, which one are you?
I'm the gun dwarf.
Okay, I didn't know it's a gun. Okay, alright. Makes sense to me, but alright.
Just for a point of clarification for you, for a little metagame, Uzra has been working on earning the feat of basically Firearm Master, which one of its big, and he got it at the end of our last session. He is able to now not roll at disadvantage within melee range for his weapon.
Huh?
So
Alright, we still don't have any tanks. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm chilling. I'm not going anywhere either.
Alright,
so.
do you want to hold an action for something, or?
No, not necessary.
Alrighty. Uzra, you are up.
Alright. I'm gonna move forward. Wait. Yes. And I don't see anyone. If I take dash as an action, can I move like 5 feet at a time? Just like split it up for vision's sake.
Yeah, you can break up your movement however you want.
Okay. Then I'll take a dash action.
Wouldn't that be something if, like, you couldn't see something until you were on it?
Huh?
What he's saying is he's gonna do this because of the vision stuff, right?
Yeah.
It'd be funny if, like, you just move forward and it's like, all of a sudden I walked in these fucking orcs.
Yeah. Ah. Okay. Do I have line of sight on this one? I can't tell if that's a rock. I
Hold
can
on.
see it.
Yeah, he's got half cover, so you'd be rolling at disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use my action surge yet, so I'll let everyone know that there's one to the right around the corner.
Uzra, are they all in like a canyon up there? Like a.
I only see one barely, and it's to the right, so I have no sight on the rest.
Is that the end of your turn, sir?
Yes.
Alright. Well, this one sees that he saw you. And he's gonna run. He's got 30 feet movement. Yeah, he gets
Plinked.
right up in your grill.
Zach, I fire on him. He's within 60.
He's within your secondary range or your first range?
What is it? 60 feet is the short bow. What is that? Secondary? First?
Six's gotta be primary, right?
Yeah, it's short bow. So hold on, let me look at your character sheet.
And I'm stealth, so advantage.
Sneak attack.
Short bow.
Short bow is 80 and 320.
Even better.
You're good. Yeah. Go ahead and roll at advantage. Yeah, that hits. So he takes 7 plus, and then roll your sneak attack damage.
Oh, how do I do that?
It should be still 1d6 at your current level.
You should make him a macro.
We're getting
Oh,
there.
shit, sorry. Hold on.
1d5.
You rolled a d5?
I've had a few beers.
That's impressive.
I'm gonna
Oh.
I'm gonna take the 4. So as he is running up, just you pop up out of it, pull back, release, right in the where the neck meets the shoulder. I mean, he didn't, not an instant kill, but like a bit of a blood spurt. But he's still going, so he's gonna still make his great axe attack on Uzra. 21. Does that hit your armor class?
Yeah, it's...
That is 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
Alright, and that's gonna...
Seeing the health bars is super cool.
That ends his turn. Alright, it is... Oh. It is now this guy's turn. Let me see what he can see. Alright, he heard a bunch of stuff, but he can't see anything, so he's gonna come out to here. He's gonna see his buddy Fred engaged here. So he is gonna huck a javelin at you, Uzura.
Mm-hmm.
16. Alright. Hold that shield up. Fwang! And he's... And... how much did he take? He was... how far did he travel? He was right here. So he's got... 15 feet of movement? Huh? 10 feet. Alright. 5, 10. He's gonna get... Coming in for you, big guy. And that ends his turn. Shyla, you are up.
Okay. It was really far.
Walk and do something.
Yeah. Pulling up spells to see what the ranges are. Okay, it's 120 feet. Fine, I don't have to go. I'm gonna use magic missile and split it up between the two of them.
Alrighty, go ahead.
And of course, I just closed the window because that's helpful.
Can we make it so she has to like proclaim magic missile when she goes like magic missile?
Magic missile.
Magic missile. And why is it not?
Oh, hold on. Are you in your sheet?
I'm in my sheet and I'm trying to use it and nothing's happening. Where'd it go?
Oh, the level. Did the level pop-up come up for you? Because sometimes if you're hiding that, you can't do anything when it's there.
What level pop?
No. No.
It should just go.
No, because it's asking you at what level you want to cast Magic Missile, because you can cast it at a higher level.
I think I just saw it go by.
Yeah.
And where is that? Haha.
Oh.
Thank you.
She has her character sheet popped out, so it doesn't show up.
All right. Yeah. All right. So, how do you want to split this up? Because you got a
3 missiles.
yeah, you got 3
Plus 1
missiles.
each.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess I'll give 1 to the guy who's hurting and 2 to the guy who's not.
All right. So.
Pretty.
Pretty.
All right. So that's -4 to him.
And then 7.
Yep, and -7 to the other guy. All right. Does that end your turn, Shyla?
Yes.
All right. Next up. Alright, he's gonna do half movement since it's rough terrain. 5, 10. Boom! Oh, hey! There's a friend to hit.
Ooh.
Against
Oh,
you.
he stuck up on us.
Against you, Blackfeather.
Hang on, he'll be right back.
Okay.
I think he thought he was safe.
Isn't he still stealth from
No,
like
because
that one at least?
no, you come out of stealth to attack. If he had as a bonus action used cunning action, he could have gone back into stealth. But he did not hide after his attack.
Oh, fatal error.
Yo. I'm almost certain that hits, but
Here he comes.
It hits.
oh, it hits, yeah.
You have a friend who popped up behind your shrub.
I have a friend.
Or foe, a foe.
Where the hell did he come from?
Up here.
Over the hills,
Yep.
through the dales.
So does a
Lovely.
21 hits, I'm guessing?
On me? Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh!
Jeez.
Oh, shit. He did 12.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
See that health bar move. Come on.
Oh.
Alright.
Chunk.
This
Ugh.
my job is so much fucking easier.
Yeah, I bet.
Alright, that will end his turn. Next up is this guy.
Whoa.
Comes around the corner.
Is he an orc?
He is the Orc Eye of Grimmersh. He has this. Here, hold on. Oh, there you go.
I don't see anything.
Dang it! Really? It's supposed to show it to everybody. Oh wait. Ha. I'm trying to remember
Ooh.
shortcuts.
Oh, he's a cyclops.
Yep, a Cyclops Orc. He sees his 2 companions here, not in great shape. Clutching a symbol at his chest, he starts grumbling in a guttural language.
Educated.
And heals this dude for
No.
4 damage. And
Was that the one to my right?
yes, the one to your right.
We can't see their health bars.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. You can't see their health bars? You should be able to.
No.
Nope.
God.
I just figured that was by design.
But the streaming user. Oh, I know why. Son of a bitch. Alright, I will
So I
have.
need to open Twitch for this?
No, I just need to fix it for next game.
Okay.
No, I need to-
Alrighty. And that's gonna end his turn. Now.
Hurt.
Boom.
Ooh, another one.
Well, shit.
Um,
I'll tank these three, but
he took all of his movement to get down there. Hold on. All Grandy's going for you.
Okay.
Gonna throw a javelin at you.
It hits.
Alrighty. 9 piercing
Ow.
damage.
Sucks. Fuck.
oh, you're so squishy.
Alright. Hey, Ulker. It's your turn, buddy.
Okay, lots of micro. I'm going to try to do it fast.
Okay.
I will have Basil take his turn first.
Okay. He has 120 feet of movement. And I will assume you loaded your alternate just for funsies so you can play with it.
What?
Do you remember he has 2 cartridges? One negative
Oh,
and
yes.
one beneficial.
Yeah, the combat cartridge, if you will.
Yes, the combat and then beneficial cartridge.
Yes.
Alright, I assumed you loaded the combat and the beneficial cartridge.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So what is he doing?
He is going to actually come down and attack the orc that just hit me.
Okay.
Does he have to be tiny?
He's a beetle.
I know, but
That hits, my friend. Alright. Hold on. Oh, he fails his constitutional saving throw. Go ahead and damage. Does 13 points of damage.
Nice. And that'll be his turn because I know he doesn't get any bonus actions or anything.
Nope.
And for my turn, I'm going to move in between these 2 orcs.
Okay.
Move my 30 feet.
Yep.
I'm going to target that point right here, to the upper right, basically the bush.
Okay, the bush.
Yep. I'm going to target that with shatter.
Alright, I assume they're both within range of that since you're measuring it out carefully. Who's all
They
in
are,
range?
yes.
It's
The orc eye and then the orc near the top bush there.
so 1 and Orkai?
That's correct.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay.
That is actually supposed to be a Constitution save.
Oh, alright. Saves. First, it's going to be Orc Eye rolling his save. And con save against what? What's your DC?
DC
Oh,
14.
he does not make that. So he takes how much damage?
19.
And he's prone? Oh, just 19 damage?
Yep.
Just
Just 19 damage.
A
And-
measly 19.
And then... Oh, no, not stats. I want... Saves. He makes his con save with a natural 20, but... Since it's, he did anyway. Glavin. Alright.
Can you link Shatter?
What?
Can you link Shatter in the chat?
Sure.
Alright, Ulkran, after that devastating turn. Do you have anything else you want to try to do?
Yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action. Let me just try to link Shatter real quick.
Okay.
If you can't figure it out, I can look it up.
And with that, I am a little too tired for flavor text tonight. I am sorry about that, guys, if I am failing you in that.
it's okay. It's getting late.
Yeah.
And we lose an hour.
Oh, don't remind me. I saw that today, and I'm like...
Actually, I can't take my bonus action, so, and I can't figure out how to link that.
Alright, that ends your turn. Blackfeather, you are up, my friend.
All right. So this guy right here,
Mm-hmm.
gonna cast Hideous Laughter on him.
Go ahead. Alright, thank you for clicking that. Range 30 feet, concentration, cast choice.
I love the tiny charts as a component.
Yeah, it is. And it, please mark 20 gold off your character sheet, Blackfeather. Forgot to have you pay the caster tax. Wisdom saving throw. So you will need to tell me your DC in a moment here. That doesn't matter. He got a 5. So he's laughing on the ground right now.
Good.
Who's laughing?
Hideous. Hold on, I'm just gonna red dot
Okay.
on him.
Red dot.
Red dot, he... After the spell effects, target will succeed. Fall prone, become incapacitated, and unable to stand.
Great. He's prone, incapacitated, so I'm going to move away.
You can do that. And he's laughing the whole time.
10, 15, 20, 25.
And remember, as a bonus action, you can take a healing potion.
Am going to do that. So, regular healing potion. Is that a 6? That ends my turn.
Okay. Remember to, did you roll?
I am seeing exactly what I roll.
Okay. Alright, that ends your turn. Just remember to add your health back to it. And a pourquoi.
So
Yeah.
is 3 poisoned?
The
The beetle bit him, right?
he took poison damage, but it does
It's
not have...
poison.
Yeah, he
Alright.
doesn't have an ongoing poison effect.
We're gonna do a cartwheel, which tumble.
Yep.
Hit my tumble. Roll up here. The old patented pork paw stab in the neck.
You needed to roll to attack first. You rolled damage.
Well, I'm not there yet.
Sorry. That was Varus's. Blackfeather's roll. Good night. Oh, no, that does not hit. He
Alright.
deflects it with his great axe.
Then we're gonna dip out of here.
And you're all very impressed as he tumbles in, misses, but yet tumbles away and deftly avoids the counter swing that comes through.
So I'll let you guys in on what this is. So when I tumble, I get dash and disengage. So essentially, I can move double and don't get opportunity attacks.
Jeez.
It is
Bonus
why
action.
it is why if you make it to level 3 as a satire bard, you become this just elusive bastard.
I don't know. Yeah, where the thing? Pop over there. Okay.
All right, does that end your
So
turns?
I have a bonus action question.
Oh,
So
yep.
You get one bonus action or
One bonus action.
Okay, all right, cool. So basically, if inspiration is a bonus action, tumble's a bonus action. I can do either way.
Exactly.
Got it.
All right. Tinderbeard, you're up, my friend.
All right. I'm first gonna take a shot at the Cyclops.
Since you are in melee with someone, it would be at disadvantage because you're distracted by that.
But that's what the feat does.
No, the feat allows you to attack with the ranged weapon within melee range of someone. So you can shoot him in melee range.
Otherwise, if you do a ranged attack in melee, you get OA'd.
Yeah. Because basically you're turning your attention away from him to shoot at...
Yeah, but it's worded being within 5 feet of a hostile creature doesn't impose disadvantage on your range attack rolls.
For attacking that creature.
That's not what it says.
That's what it means.
Then I'll attack this one first.
Okay.
Can I just say, because you guys probably don't have Twitch pulled up,
Yeah?
if you don't see the health of the monsters, maybe the guy next to you is better.
Alright. I'll shoot him.
As Perquad whispers this through his ring, hey man.
We hit the other guy for 19, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Pew pew. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage, sir. Oh, he is not in good shape, sir. But
Still alive though?
He is like blood dripping out all over, and he's just still standing
So
though.
he looks really cool right now, right?
Yeah.
I'll take my firearm expert to shoot him again as a bonus action.
All right.
This one. That should hit.
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, he goes clear as he pulls the axe up, ready to bring it down on you, and you just come up under, put the barrel of the gun right under the chin, fire, and he's down.
Alright, then can I take my action surge
Yes, you can, sir.
to take a shot at Cyclops now that there's no distraction?
Yes, you can.
I'll also spend a grit point to get advantage on the roll with Deadeye Shot.
You go right ahead.
Do you use a pistol?
Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
Ow.
Oh.
Your picture
Shit
doesn't
rolls.
reflect that.
You turn, and I mean, you're really confident you're flying through, and then pew! You see it just go wide and hit the back stone. You're like, you think to yourself, all right, I'm getting better, but maybe calm down a little bit. And that ends your turn, sir. Unless you want to use your movement. You have your movement.
No, I'm just gonna spin towards him.
Okay. Alright. Dead. Shyla, you're up.
Like dead.
Oh, okay. Now quick whisper, move your pretty bug.
You can go around it.
I'm gonna go.
No.
There's gonna be a lot of fire.
Oh. Well, if unfortunately it's you could hold your turn all the way to Ulfgrand's turn.
I'll whisper back. It's okay.
Okay. Let's go then.
Fire.
Yeah, let me make sure. I don't know if I have to step forward. Second. I'm going to step forward first. If I can grab a hold of myself. This thing in the. Ah, sorry.
No, I do not like that the measuring is a separate from the click.
I forget every time. It's like
Yeah.
one of these days.
I do all the time. You should hear me. I'm like, well, hold on. All right, now we're good.
Step in. Over two. There we go. Okay, ask what level. Ah, we got it this time.
All right, burning hands. As you raise both your hands out, they seem to start glowing with heat and then fire off your fingertips and fire comes bursting from your hands. All right, they both have to make a dexterity saving throw. And unfortunately, you read the first one on that one, Ulkrand. So, unfortunately, Basil does not make his saving throw. So he takes. Oh, he's still up. I mean, he is looking charred and a little crispy. But, Basil is still up. This guy, let's see. Now, at even half damage, he's done, so. Now, it's against both of those orcs, right, Shyla?
Yay! Yes,
That guy's
it
down.
should.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's a cone, so.
Yep, so as he's on the ground laughing. Actually, wait, he's incapacitated, so he just takes it. He can't make a saving throw. So he takes 12. He is down to 4.
He does make a wisdom saving throw when he takes damage, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Yep.
When he takes damage. Yeah.
Yep, and at the end of his turn. So, let's see if you woke him up.
It's no laughing matter.
No, it's 4. He's still laughing on
It
fire.
is a laughing matter.
Does the fire persist in that area, or is it?
No, it's
Oh,
just while she is actively casting it. All
But
right.
things catch on fire like those shrubs.
They're green, so they're smoking a little bit, but not quite on fire. And it's magic fire, so if you don't want to burn the shrubs, you don't have to. All right, is that end your turn, Shyla?
Yes.
All right. Well, he can't do anything but try to make another saving throw. 10, that does not beat your DC, does it? Black Feather.
It at base it would be a 10 anyway.
No, Black Feather did Hideous Laughter.
Right,
So-
his spell DC would be.
Oh, it should by default be 10, that's right. Yep, so he doesn't make it. Alright, big guy. He is not happy seeing all of his little minions get taken out quickly. There's no way he's going to be able... But you know what? That guy's weak. He's laughing, so he is going to... As a bonus action...
Get rid of the initiative.
Ah, son of... I hate when I do that. It's just
Guy's
there.
powerful.
Yes, he got rid of the initiative. He's that amazing.
The suspense is killing me.
Hold on. Fixing stuff. Alright. He is going to...
Yes, Cameron.
Where is it? Oh, it's tokens. As he clutches his holy symbol in the air, a great spiritual axe materializes next to you, Uzura, and he, as a bonus action, is able to attack with it. He gets to both summon it and use it as for an attack as a bonus action, because spiritual weapon is so broken.
Yeah, it's natural 20.
Okay.
Is that thing floating, right?
Yes, it is.
Is it corporeal?
No, you cannot attack it.
Huh.
Ooh, 10 force damage, my friend.
That's with the crit.
No, sorry, that's 20 force damage then.
I'm down.
Oh wait, no, it's 10. It's it was, you roll 1d8 and twice, so yeah, 10. You're good.
Okay, what was I at before?
16. So
Was that 16 before? So
yeah, 6.
Okay.
Um,
I'm fine.
Whoa.
It's only a flesh wound.
with that, he's gonna take 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Because in his mind, spiritual weapons got you tied up right now. Making sure I remember the spiritual weapon rules correctly. Yeah, casting time is 1 bonus action, so he is gonna throw a javelin at this gentleman that popped his eardrums a few minutes ago. It's coming at you. Actually, no, he has a spear, so a couple spears on his back, so he's gonna take one of them and throw the spear at you, Alkrand.
That hits.
So that is 7 damage.
Okay.
And that is going to end his turn. He dead. Hey, Olkrand, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to take Basil's turn first.
Alrighty.
He's going to flitter flit all the way over to Ozra here.
Okay.
I'm going to whisper, "Don't block this."
Alright. Go ahead and technically roll the attack roll. Oh, sorry, man.
That's a natural 1.
Basil's a little new at this. He his teeth sink into the shoulder plate on Uzra. I'm gonna say he sprays that healing potion all over the side of
Open your mouth, quick!
Uzra's shoulder.
Start licking it. It's like,
You very faintly hear, since you're in range, Alkrand. Sorry.
Okay. And I
it's
will
all sticky.
take my turn then.
It's like slightly gelatinized Kool-Aid at this point. It's pretty thick.
Ugh.
Like, what was that, Alkrand?
I'll take my turn then.
Go ahead.
I'm going to use my movement to step over there.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to cast Misty Step
Okay.
as a bonus action. And I'm going to teleport to here.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Shatter at the rock wall behind the orc.
What's the range on it?
60.
Well, no, I mean the attack. Like, every creature within how many feet?
Within 10 foot, so I'm intentionally missing Pourquoi by putting
Okay.
back there.
Okay, good. That's what I wanted to know. Go ahead and click it. Alright. He's going to make his... Is it Constitution? Or
It
dexterity?
is Constitution. It's
Oh.
Constitution.
You fixed it.
Yeah, he makes it, man, with a 14.
All right, so you don't
So
do 23 damage, but
you get 11 damage. Alright. Does that end your turn, sir?
I hope he's got a lot of health.
Alcran, does that end your turn?
Yes, it does.
Alrighty. Blackfeather, you are up, my friend.
Okay, moving. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I am shooting short bow.
Alright.
This guy. Oh, I'm sorry. I hit the advantage thing.
I'll let you re-roll it.
Whoop.
That still does not hit. So just off the shoulder plate of the armor.
All right. I will then use my bonus action to try to hide in the brush.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check. Alright. I will make note of that. Alright. That ends your turn. Pourquoi, you are up.
Still haven't decided what to do though. All right. We're gonna tumble our way. Cartwheel, backflips, all kinds over here. Next to our buddy with the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Lay my hand on his shoulder.
Alright, you heal for 8.
That's a. So one's cost 2, two's cost 3, right?
Yes.
Okay.
ah,
And then you're on your own.
yep.
So, movement question.
Yes.
Can you, all your movement points, can you scatter it out?
Yeah.
Between
You could move.
actions and stuff?
Yeah.
So if I moved from here, whatever, well, 20 feet, that's 10 left, plus the 30 I get from dashing,
Yep.
so that's 40 more.
Yep.
Like the wind.
Yep.
Alright.
Like.
That's one backflip. From there to there.
If you really want to make that one backflip, I would say athletics check, but nah, you're fine.
Acrobatics.
Yeah. Well, I was more thinking just to get
You
the...
might have done it in one.
Alright, yeah. I was gonna say athletics just to see if we could jump high enough to make that, but... Yeah. It takes a couple tumbles and a couple flips, but you just, as you land, you cry out, one backflip! And nobody wants to argue with you, because it was still pretty impressive.
Yeah. I like that better, actually.
Or just cry out, did it in one! That ends your turn.
I think that has to be it.
Alright. Tinderbeard, you were up.
All right.
So, I'm gonna say you can either... you are engaged with the spiritual weapon, so it would get an attack of opportunity if you attacked from there.
But I can't attack it.
But you can spend your entire movement to shift one square away, which would not provoke an AoE. Sorry, an attack of opportunity, and then fire. So
Alright.
you could shift one square to here. That consumes your entire movement because you're doing it in a way that you're like, oh. Then you could fire.
Okay.
It's gonna slam you next turn either way.
Yeah. I mean, if it doesn't crit me, I'm pretty happy with my AC. So, but I'm gonna shoot this guy on the ground. Oh wait, he's prone, isn't he?
Yep.
so he gets bonuses against
Yeah,
shots.
you're just at disadvantage for it.
God. All right, I'll shoot this guy.
All right, go ahead.
No more crits. All right, normal attack.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Go ahead and. Alright, he takes 7 piercing damage. How many times have you fired, sir?
That was 4, so I'm spent now. But I can't use my bonus to reload, right?
No, it has to be. Right now, it has to be an action because you have not earned that perk yet.
Okay.
Yep. That ends your turn. Miss Bede, you are up.
Yay! I'm gonna go for the prone guy
Okay.
and just firebolt.
Fireball.
You technically have to roll at disadvantage, and it doesn't matter.
Oh, sorry.
Somehow, though aiming right at him, you get awfully close to hitting Pourquoi as it misses. Like, over the shoulder, right in front of the ground.
Extend my arm with a cigarette out.
Yes, and as you pull it back to put it in your mouth, it thunks against the front of your mask. And then you go, and then adjust as needed. Is that the end of your turn, Shyla?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, well, he can do nothing except try to roll a wisdom saving throw again. Son of... I take it an 11 does not beat your DC, Blackfeather.
I don't even know what my DC is.
14 was, wasn't it?
It's look at your character sheet, and you go to the spell page, and at the top.
It also only lasts a minute.
A minute is 10 rounds of combat.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, it met it. It met it. He is not. He is up. Well, he spends half of his movement to get up.
Well, the save's at the end of his turn, right?
Yeah. Oh right. Damn it. He's laying there, but he's looking at you, and he's angry.
And laughing about it.
All right. Our friend here. I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. He's gonna come down here to you, Blackfeather.
Did you see him through stealth?
Yes, because his... Oh, wait. No, you're stealth. You're right. Pourquoi?
Yep.
Luckily,
Attack of opportunity.
Well, no,
Maybe
it's...
they
He
Straight
never...
down.
Yeah, because he didn't see in the first place. Pulls out his second spear.
What?
He has multiple spears.
No. Why do I not get an attack of opportunity?
Because
He moves straight down, man.
he moved straight down. Like, I moved him up to you forgetting that you had gone into stealth. So the idea is he went from there back down to here.
But
Yeah,
he's right next to me.
he would
But
have
does
to move
cross through
past
here,
you.
though.
He would have to go
Yeah,
like,
he has to
past...
be leaving your range.
Yeah. He would have to go
But
past...
But he's still dead. He's right. Like, because
Yeah.
right here is his spot, and then he moved here.
Yeah, but he's still in range.
Yeah, he's
You only
still...
get attack for opportunity
Yeah,
if you leave your attack.
Basically, if he tried to leave the 5...
Oh, okay.
These
That's
squares
different
are-
from 4 then.
Yeah.
because
So basically...
It's not supposed to trigger when they're
Yeah.
engaging us.
Here,
Is
hold
the
on.
idea.
I'll
I
show you.
won't blur it. Whatever.
No, I'm just... So you know. So if he tried to leave that square, it would trigger an attack of opportunity.
that was a good square, though.
Alright, he's gonna go for thrust at you, Pourquoi, with both hands on the spear, as one does. And I don't think an 8 hits your armor class.
No. Wait, maybe? I
Mm,
don't think my AC's right.
No, your AC is not right on there.
What the fuck? It was right before.
What did you do? Did you deduct for that from your health? Hold on.
Oh yeah, dude. I changed my. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. So he misses, but he will, as a bonus action, growl back, and his spiritual weapon will come down and make an attack on Urza. Alright, where is it? Well, 16.
Miss.
Oh, just... And you deflect it off your shield. And that ends his turn. Altgrand.
All right. Basil is going to flutter away. I don't know if the weapon is going to pay any attention to him or not.
Spiritual weapons do not get an attack of opportunity on... Oh, no. No, they do. Well, he has to... Basically, I would have to burn... You have to burn the caster's reaction to use it. So he doesn't care about... He doesn't even notice him. It's a tiny little thing.
Got it. Well, he's going to come down and he's going to bite this guy because he's angry.
Okay. No. 8 does not hit his DC, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make my move then. I'm going to step over here.
Uh-huh.
And in sight range, I'm going to Eldritch Blast that orc.
Alright, go for it. Yeah, that hits. 5 force damage?
Yep.
Alright. Does that end your turn, sir?
I will... Actually, I need to roll my hex damage real quick, and then yes.
Oh, yeah. Yep, you're right. Alright, -1. Alright. Black Feather, you are still technically stealth, like, right there. Like, right there.
Yep. We're gonna stabby with the rapier.
Alright, go ahead. You have advantage.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh.
You jump up. Ha ha!
You can't see me, but I'm shaking my head.
You go to stab, and he just like bare hand just smacks your rapier away as he's engaged with Pourquoi.
Lovely. All right. I'll spend an action, the movement to disengage.
Alrighty. Do you have cunning action yet?
Cunning action?
No, that's later.
No, that's for if I go the other path.
Right. That's right. Okay.
Well, I have the regular one. The cunning action, additional action during each turn, disengage, dash, and hop.
Right. So what I'm saying is, cunning action lets you disengage as your bonus. You take cunning action, disengage, and then you have your full movement.
Yeah, that's what I'm about
Okay.
to do.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
We're good. So I'll move down here. All right, I'm done.
Alright. Pourquoi?
Okay, I'm gonna try my hand at tanking a little bit here. I'm going to shift here.
Alright.
I'm gonna pull up my piccolo and blow air through it,
Mm-hmm.
and throw up my warding wind,
Alrighty.
which I just discovered in this. It's pretty neat. You see that?
Yep.
Okay. So,
Can everybody see the yellow ring around?
No.
Alright, hold on.
I just saw it.
Did you? I don't see.
Oh. Yeah, it should be. You should all be able
Am I
to
too
see
far
it.
away to see it? Oh, no, you're further than me.
Let me look at you.
Oh, but Basil's close, so it might be like I have to be in that circle to
just
see
move
it.
No,
yourself over there real quick and see if you see it. Sorry.
I'm looking through your perspective right now.
Yeah, I don't see it.
You don't see a yellow circle around him.
Nope.
Here, hold on.
Interesting.
You don't?
No.
I'll have to take a look at. I'll have to.
I'll refresh real quick, but
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll have to
How
look.
about now?
No. Well, there's a yellow circle around him.
I believe you.
So everybody in the circle, including myself, is deaf. See any light torch-sized smellers out. It's difficult terrain for everybody in it.
Mm-hmm.
Ranged weapons, ranged attacks get disadvantaged that go through it. Start in it. And that's really about it. So I did that. And I don't realistically know a way I could give somebody inspiration from in this.
Who would you want to give it to?
Our warlock here.
All right. You wave emphatically, and you just barely see him, Ulgren, and
Basil's right there.
He shoots you two. You can't give inspiration to a familiar.
I'm saying I see through it.
Right, but what he's saying
I'm
is
sorry,
you can't
I meant
hear him.
Carrie.
Oh, that's Shyla. She's our
Yeah.
wizard. Oh, you peek over your shoulder. You just give her a thumbs up.
Okay. So there you get an inspiration.
That's wow. I'm just speechless.
So on your next attack, save, or check, you can roll an additional. What are you up to now? 1d4.
It's still 1d6, isn't it? I have it pulled up here. Yeah, it's 1d6 until 5, and then it's 1d8.
All right. So say on an attack roll, you can add the d6 to the total.
Okay.
So all right.
So don't miss.
All right. Pourquoi, your turn is up. Uzra, you are up.
Alright. I'm gonna reload.
All right. Go ahead and reload.
I'm done.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Shyla, you are up.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go for the. Shoot, I hate having to choose between two targets.
Well,
They're
look at
both
the
so
picture I
tall.
put in.
I'm gonna go for the. What's his name? The Eye of Grumush.
Yeah. Orc Eye of Grumush.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him with acid arrow. See what happens.
As a spell, right? Not an arrow.
Ah.
It also rolls a disadvantage so, because of the
It's only
whirlwind.
ranged weapons.
Oh, weapons. Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why I said it was actually an arrow.
You can. You can try to use your inspiration to see if that ups it enough.
I mean, does that? It's not really a. Does that count as a ranged weapon?
No, well, no. You don't get disadvantage for the spell, but inspiration is for anything: attack roll, saving.
You're saying you rolled an 8 and you missed.
Okay.
But you
yeah.
can use the inspiration that Adam gave you to roll an additional d6 and add that to your attack roll to see if it actually hits.
Oh, well, we'll try.
Roll 1d6.
Yeah. Oh, so close. So
Oh, well.
close.
Higher than
Told you
12.
not to miss. Hell.
So, alright, that is the end of your turn. Unless you want to move or try a bonus action.
No, that's fine.
Alright. Have you been remembering to deduct your spell points?
I haven't figured out how to do that on the sheet, but
show it to
I'm
you.
out of spell points anyway.
Okay.
You go back to your core.
More.
And there's resource tracking
You can just do it from your character. Like,
Token.
click your icon and change the number there.
Yeah.
You can do it on your icon too.
Yeah, if you click your icon, the little bubbles that come up, the one that's the blue circle.
Oh.
So you could do that.
Oh, look at that. There we go. Thank
So
you.
you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, oh, let me look at your.
Not the blue circle.
Yeah, it's the blue
Yeah.
circle for her, and you, Blackfeather.
Green health, blue
Because that's
magic.
not correct for me. It says
Oh.
1 on my blue circle, but I've still got 4 spell points left.
Hold on, let me see what. Weird. I can fix that later.
Yeah, mine is referencing my my bolt ammunition rather than my spell points.
Yeah, I'll get it fixed.
If we're putting a request to fix bubbles, can you make my armor class not my red and make that my inspiration instead?
Sure. Message me after the game. Let me know what you guys want, and I'll set it up. I'm messing with your sheet a second.
Oh, sorry. I'll stop moving it then.
Oh no, it's fine. Just remember if you look on your spell sheet, Carrie, the
Yep.
silver FLPENSP on your core.
Oh yeah, I was looking at that. I know.
You store after a long rest. You store that many spell points in the pendant for
Should
later
I add
use.
that to the blue or keep it separate?
The only reason I say keep it separate, if your available is ever higher than your max, it shoots that bar on the bottom out into infinity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 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 So.
Great.
Yep. All right. That ends your turn. Orc number 2. Poor Qua. Can you hit the? If you click on the spell, it should bring the card up, so I can just reference it quick.
It's not in.
Oh, it's not in there, so I'll add it later for you. Add that to a message for me. What's it called again?
Warning wind. Here you go.
Wind. Defensive enemy extinguishes unprotected flames. The area is difficult terrain. Attack rolls.
It's just hard for him to move out of it.
Yeah. Magic Man make angry wind. So.
Mhm.
That's the point.
Yep. 19 to hit.
Ouch.
I take it that hits.
Oh yeah.
Did you get up off the ground?
Yeah, he spent half of his movement. You take 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
Alrighty, and that ends his turn since he doesn't want to. Alright, Orc Eye is going to.
Is that beetle flying? Is that gonna be a problem?
It is flying.
He-
1 mile an hour wind.
I would say it would take all of his movement to get out of the wind without being
I
hurled.
didn't just knock him out of the sky or anything.
Actually, if you want, you know what? It because of the wind, he had to land. So J-Ball, he has his land speed right now
Got it.
till he gets out of there. Yeah, he's gonna the one-eyed one's gonna attack the magic man that made the wind.
Yep.
Yep.
Going
So
down, boys.
that is 12.
I think we need to check these dice.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. 3 plus 9? What kind of modifiers does this guy have?
It's because it's two-handed.
Huh.
Are you down? Okay.
Oh boy.
Pourquoi is down.
Does that mean the wind's down?
Yep, the wind is down as well. Alright. Grand, you are up.
Basil's getting a little angry. He's gonna bite that guy one more time.
It doesn't matter. I'm already dead, but
Yeah.
like, am I being flanked?
Yeah, actually, if
Yeah.
either of them survive long enough, they can coup de grace you. Alright, Basil is
I
going to
didn't
make
think
an
about that. Did you get
attack.
an attack thing for being flanking?
They get advantage.
Yeah.
That made his AC, sir. So, saving throw.
Not enough damage.
Hold on. DC 10 con. Yep, he makes it. So, 4 damage total.
6 damage total.
It'd be 6. It only has the poison.
Sorry. Oh, it only has poison. You are right. So 6. Minus 6. He is on death. Like, he is looking rough, gentlemen and lady.
Well, that's good because I'm gonna use my my main attack to Eldritch Blast him again.
Okay, go ahead. Being that it flipping hits. Okay, 18 damage. He's down. Yeah, hold on, 18. Yep, that hit. Okay, yes, he's down. He's super down.
Sweet.
And I will use my bonus action to flip my hex to the other.
Alright.
What does the hex do?
Hex damage and disadvantage on wisdom saving throws?
Yep, that's what I chose.
For now, I'll just read on
Make
that.
him laugh again.
That's right here. Hold on. And there you go.
You thought that was hilarious.
Is it a dot or is it?
There.
It's a debuff. It does extra hex damage when he hits him with pretty much anything, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yep, any attack.
Cool.
Alright. Does that end your turn, Algrind?
It does.
Blackfeather, you're up.
Okay. Taking 2 steps forward. Going to cast Firebolt at this guy.
One shot.
And
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No,
Stupid
no,
thing.
I'll take the first one because that's technically the left one is always your standard. It's fine. So it does hit. And he's still standing. I mean,
Uh-huh.
Plink, plink, plink.
Do some great rolls tonight.
Yeah, these rolls suck. Like, I wish we could have those rules back for perception and history.
I guess you were feeling a little bookish earlier, Blackfeather. I'm not feeling fighty today. I'm feeling bookish.
Alright, I'm going to try to stealth again.
All right, go ahead and you can use the rest of your movement. Oh,
That 20.
so Shyla,
Embarrassed.
you want to turn to him and say, you noticed that up until now Blackfeather hasn't really been casting spells. So you were thinking of giving like a pointer of like the flick and point would do a little bit better for that. You turn and you're like, he's just gone.
He just Batman us.
And you turn left, you turn all the way around, you don't see him anywhere. Like,
True, he's gone. His chair's empty.
you're like, I hope he didn't get hurt casting that spell. Like, he's gone. You're like, what the?
My essence.
All right, Pourquoi, I need you to make a death saving throw for me. If you click
Where's that?
click death saving throw.
Yeah,
It's like-
okay. I saw that.
It's right next to hit dice.
It's 2 boxes below your HP on your sheet.
I will find this.
Yeah, there's a bunch of boxes
It
with
says
success
death saves.
failures.
It's the best metal band name ever.
Death saves.
Hey, a success! All right, that ends your turn.
Good.
Uzra.
Reloaded weapon.
If those dying stones, is it a full action or a bonus action to use one?
It
Read
would
on me later.
it would be a full action. Yeah.
Alright. Is this guy looking weak?
This guy. Yeah, he's looking bloody. He is not looking good. You're thinking if there was a little bit of debris and a stiff wind, he'd be going down.
I'll use my freshly reloaded pistol and shoot him.
Okay. Pew! Oh. Yeah, roll for damage, and how do you want to do this?
Right through the left eye.
All right, so you run up, steady. You know, you just drop the shield right in front of you, steady your arm, line up down the sight.
It's just been revoked.
Yes.
I'll have what he's having.
Well, you should have Legolas with the shield and slide forward.
If you want, that would be an acrobatics check.
I'll pass.
Okay.
That'd be fantastic if you fell.
The gun just goes off and hits him.
Oh.
As I drop it.
All right, as you guys search the bodies, fortunately, this orc raiding band, not much gold on it. You find, fortunately, just 2 precious stones on the leader, equaling 25 gold apiece. I mean, if there's any weapons you want to take, but they're not exactly good make. Like, they're all wearing hide armor. Not too impressive.
Can I do a search on the spellcaster to see if he's got any decent...
Yeah, I want that holy symbol.
Sure, an orcish holy symbol. It's just rough piece of carved wood. Kind of looks, kind of like a vague skull with kind of a big crescent coming off the side.
What kind of wood?
What?
What kind of wood?
Make an investigation check. Birch.
Cool.
Birch.
That's birch wood.
Now you know.
All right.
Softwood. Stains easily.
Hold on. All right. You on calculator. There's 5 of you, right? Yeah. Well, 4, 5 numbers. All right. You each get 255 experience for your character sheet. And I want to say you can each add an additional 50 XP for all around good role playing and good reactions to stuff tonight.
Do they... Is experience points cumulative, or each time you level does it go back to 0? Basically, do we have to add some base number to this?
Hold on. I forgot to send that to XP. Alright.
It is cumulative.
Yeah, it's cumulative. So, sorry. You guys are currently at 900 experience points. So you can...
Before the 305?
Yep, so you can each add 305 to it now. Yeah, unfortunately, no good swag on them. But at this point, since it's getting late, we will just end with, as you guys are coming up the hill. After clearing out these orcs, you see in front of you.
Can I take a second wind while we're doing this?
Yep, go ahead. You see the city of Gate Town. Uzra, you know this, so you kind of share with everybody. Gate Town was originally just a fort that had just expanded over the centuries around one of the main entrances to Serbial. As he describes it to you, as Uzra was describing it to you all, you get. He busts out a little bit of paper and shares with you all. It's a rough map. The Oddly enough, the roofs of each district as expanded was made with a different metal that they are currently mining. So all of the roofs are like tin roofs, but with different metal. It circles upwards to the very spire to where you reach. What was my cool name for it? The Spiring Descent is the name of the keep at the top. Because at the very top is a dock for airships and trade. And as you enter, you would think this spire would be a fortified location where, yes, it is a fortress, but it is also a giant staircase and mechanical lift that leads you down to the main underground road that leads you to Serbial. And it is about 1:32 in the afternoon. You guys are well on your way towards circling the spire towards the top, and the pinkish red buildings there right before the letter at the very top, one of those two is the Jaeger office, and you will be meeting the house captain there. And I guess we can call it a night there, everybody.
Did I go through Gate Town when I came down too?
Yeah, it's
okay.
The other you would know that the one road leads off to the one gate out into the wastes, and then there's another path that leads much basically further north for a long ways that doesn't really come out anywhere except for mines and other dwarven settlements, and then there's one south that actually was abandoned and caved in after a bit, so it mostly just goes to mines and no other dwarven settlements. So the big reason Peril has become such a booming place, it is the sole land location. It's kind of the gateway to Serbial at this point.
Right. Cool.
Alright.
Good game, everyone.
Yay!
Alrighty. Alright, so is 2 weeks from today good for everybody as normal? So that would be the 31st? Or at least...
Checking the calendar.
Yeah, it's fine for us.
Cool.
Should be fine.
So 2 weeks is the 24th.
Oh, right. I forgot it's midnight and it rolled over, so... yeah, 24th. Sorry. Thank you, Aaron.
Because I can do the 24th if you guys can. I can't do the 31st. I have a wedding to go to.
24th's fine with me.
No, not.
We're not sleeping over at Jenny's.
Time.
8:30 at night. Yeah, we'll be back in where we're staying.
Alright, it's fine.
Alright, just let me know if it changes. Alright, everybody. I guess, Karen and Alex, if you want to try to update Malmore if I don't get a chance, and I will update Adventure, at least on the things they were present for.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, everybody. You have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
Night.
Night, everybody.
Night.